Hey Non, how you doing? Merry Christmas. Mainly because I don't have a game going right now, and I was gonna try and get one on, but I didn't know which one, and then I was like, well, I guess I could go to my favorite game and just go to my favorite area, but I hadn't actually set it up yet, because, starting late. Merry Chrysler. Merry Crisis, absolutely. Hope you're doing well. I'll switch it over in just a second. I wanna just see if I can do something real quick, and if I don't have the save file, then it's fine, I think. I hope I have the save file on here. Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! Please tell me I have a loaded save file on here. Please tell me I have a loaded save file on here. I did this on the PlayStation 5, yes. I fucking did! Okay, thank you. Load this one, thank you. Nope, load this one. Get me out of here. Okay. Sorry, I'm not prepared. I'm unprepared for anything. Welcome to Wild Arms 2. Hello. Welcome. This is not what I wanted to have playing today, but yeah. Sorry, I can't. There we go. I wanted to get the music set up and then figure out the scenes on camera because, me preparing for things, perish the thought. Perish the thought. I need to get outside real quick. But how are y'all doing today? How's your guys' holidays? Hope you had a good Christmas. It is hot as shit in my house. We had 7 people over here, so I'm dying. Harkin is feeling a disturbance in the forest. He better be. Harkin better be feeling a disturbance in the forest. Because we're going to my favorite area, and we're listening to the chillest of tunes. But I just wanted something on, but I didn't know what to put on there. There we go. Although, to be fair, I think this is the most generic town theme. I think I could have gone anywhere. But it's snowing here, and I just wanted to, if anything, just have this, there, you know? So, congrats. We're now in the Silige region of Wild Arms 2, aka Loco's hometown, aka Best Girl, aka my favorite character. But Merry Chrysler, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Hope Santa stuffed your stuffed your chimneys, if you will. If you celebrate. If not, then yeah. I just want something in the background. Hopefully it's not terribly too loud. But I think if I can do this, where the hell am I going? We're gonna rank some shit because I'm feeling judgmental as fuck today. So let's just set this up. This might change. I don't do anything properly at all. I did get some fun presents. Actually, I have them within range. Call them over here. Get that out of there. Okay. So I finally have. Do I have a bigger screen to show this off? Hold on. No. I don't, do I? Because that's just that. Yeah, okay, hold on. I guess then, yeah, let's do this thing. I should probably set a thank you for actually reminding me. Let me just see if I can make this bigger. Hi, welcome to my face. You can see the posters in high definition now. You can't see yourself chat, but I got this. Unicorn Overlord. I've never played it. It's for the PlayStation 5. It's a tactics-like game from what I can tell. I'm very excited. I also can't see chat myself, so fuck me, I guess. But yeah, I'm very excited. Very excited. Haven't even opened the plastic wrap because, it was a busy day today. And then I got some kick-ass puzzles because I am a puzzle fiend. I do, 1,000-piece puzzles for fun. I got this, beautiful... It's still plastic wrap, so bear with me for the reflection sometimes. This gorgeous Lotus puzzle. It is 1,000 pieces, and it was made in 2024. And then I got this other one. It's a Tree of Life. It is Mosaic Tree of Life, another 1,000-piece puzzle. Again, reflections. Be damned. There we go. And then the last thing I got, I will grab real quick. Well, I got one more thing, but it's not super cool. I mean, it's nice. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I got a couple things. Sorry. A tactics type game, right? I need to. Speaking of, one question. Hold on. Do I have that? When am I playing that? I'm not playing it next because I'm doing another game first, but I do have it on the docket to play for Tactics Tuesdays. I got a little car thing for your car, which is nice. A little thing. I got a massager for my chair. If this thing doesn't want to stick. I have to open the box. Because, yeah. I got this super cool. I haven't used it yet. I don't set anything up because, you know, I am gonna do a deep clean in my room probably on Saturday, maybe with you guys. But I got 10 Motors massaging heat cushion thing because, you know, my fucking back problems. So yeah, big boxes. We love to see it. Okay, so let's shuffle this all together real quick. Come on, come on, come on. Well, my brother has been dying for me to play Final Fantasy 16, excuse me. So I might try like a little bit of, if there's a demo of Final Fantasy 16 at some point during this interim period. I got a crossbody bag, but it's in the box that I don't want to pull it out. But I got the HP Lovecraft collection. It is Macabre Stories, the Randolph Carter Tales, Stories of the Dreamlands, At the Mountains of Madness and Other Stories, Call of Cthulhu and Other Stories, and then Dunwich Horror and Other Stories. So, a bunch of H.P. Lovecraft novels. Again, The Glare. But yeah, nobody bought me the DLC for 15, and I'm hoping nobody does. But the other things I got are behind me, like socks and stuff. But I did get this really cool, like, micro puzzle, like a little test tube. It's so cool. Like, I don't know if the picture of the bear is the puzzle, but it's like, I don't know if you can tell, tiny ass pieces for a puzzle, which is nice. I haven't seen anything that small. Is this thing just open? Is the world? No. There's a little tab, so that's fair. It is some fun stuff. I got some cool stuff. Yeah, absolutely. It was great. Let's see if I can do this way. There we go. Back to the beginning. But I hope you guys got some fun stuff. I hope you guys got some good things. Let me actually just lock that down real quick. What am I showing right now? That? Okay. So, I got a bunch of money. The Mio Mini plus Ooh, hell yeah. The Mio Mini plus. Is that the... Somebody was talking about an emulator. It was Mr. Kim. You were talking about the emulator thing that you had. What is the Mio Mini Plus? Well, that's kind of cool. It's one of those devices. Hell yeah, that's awesome. All right, can I show this at some point? Hello? Where am I going? This one. Boom. Okay, so I do need to resize this. So let's just get set up for a second here, because we are going to be doing some rankings. We're going to be a judgmental little fucker today. But I kind of want to, like, say maybe fuck aesthetics today and just make this as big as fucking possible, because notoriously these ranking things are tiny as shit. So I think that's fine. I mean, if anything, I could just say make it full screen and just go like maybe like that, and then like that. Then I'll have to move the labels, so maybe I'll just go labels above there, edge above there. Okay, then maybe shout out and alerts above those. I think that'll be fine. I mean, chat won't be on stream. This is not going to go anywhere anyway. It's oh yes, I have one of those. Fuck, where's mine? Oh, it's right here. Yes. Yeah. Smaller Game Boy plays everything up to the DS. This doesn't play everything up to the DS, but I do have the Retro Mini. It plays not all things well. It plays some things well. I didn't get that for Christmas, but I do have that. It can't play, for example, the Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories game because the intro movie is so fucking like high textured. Like the intro movie is just so graphic intensive that this thing freaks the fuck out. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. But for playing Pokemon, totes fine. Pokemon on the go, yeah. I put one of my older projects on and I'm concerned for my productivity. Ah, that's an retro arc front end. Yeah, a Super Retro Trio Plus system. I bought that for myself, to be fair. That's the only thing I really wanted. That's fair. I mean, I got some stuff that I really wanted. Nothing that I can really show on camera. Actually, I can show this one on camera. Because some of these things are not safe for work. I'm into tarot cards. So I got myself the Disney Villains Tarot deck and art guidebook because I have, like, what, 13 tarot decks at this point? 13? 14? Something like that. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in front of me right now. So, 3 of which I cannot show you because of slightly NSFW things. I mean, I mean, this is safe. It's the Gay Tarot. And then this one's also fun. I got this for the cover art, the Robin Wood Tarot, because like that fucking guy is hot as shit. And then this one's also safe for work, but like the Gods and Titans. This is an Oracle deck, not tarot per se, but like close enough for me. So that's that. And then I have one in a box. I'll show real quick. And again, these aren't Christmas gifts. These are just things I've had for like years now. Here's the box. Nice wooden designed box, you know. And then this is just a tarot deck that I have that I've been using. It's real basic. It's real simple. It's like ye old first tarot deck. And then I do have Persona cards in here, because why not? I have Persona, because, you know, Persona fan. I threw one card on the floor and I don't know where it went. Found it. It's the Fool card, wouldn't you know? Just lost the Fool. Okay. Put everything everywhere because I am a mess today. My mom is super practical. She bought me a bunch of stuff that my homeowner would need. That's true. A screwdriver kit, a wrench kit, super glue, WD-40, and leaf blower. Oh god, yeah. That's so nice of her. That's so nice of her. Especially, like, I don't know if you had a housewarming party, but if you didn't, like, Christmas could be your first housewarming party, you know? So, yeah, I don't really have anything super, like, formal to say. Welcome in, Kels. Hope you're doing well. Merry Christmas. Happy Chrysler. Merry Crisis. We're just gonna chill to some Wild Arms 2 tunes. If I get bored of this one, I might move to another location. We'll see. But we're gonna try and do some rankings today. I don't know if we're gonna go through all these today. The first one I did want to go through was like the Rankin Bass Christmas specials, because we just watched one today and I was like, well, okay, I can put it on today's list, you know? I actually might want to shuffle over here. But I hope you're all having a good day today. I also just feel like, I don't know, starting late always just throws me off, you know? I just feel like I'm a hot mess express today, because like I haven't showered this morning or at all today, because it's Christmas. I showered yesterday, you know? Like, last night I showered, I'm fine. I woke up, we opened gifts, I came home, I took a nap. Like, I didn't get up too much today. Hey, Wolfie Scootaloo, hello! Merry Christmas, friend. Merry Christmas indeed. Hope you had a good day. As I'm throwing my water on the floor. But welcome into some random chats, because I don't know what to do today. So at the end of every year, I go through like a year-end recap, if you will. Here's how much I've prepared for it, just to show off what I do today. Oh, I did not mean to do that, because I don't know where I'm at anymore. Haha, I am so lost and so clueless. Hello. One more thing and then I can drop it. The device came with 55 gigabytes. Oh shit, copyright infringements. The community around the device doesn't seem to like copyright a lot either. So I can't rely on people for problems. Oh, wow. How, like, what do you mean by 55 gigabytes of copyright infringements? Is it just like because of the stuff that was on there that's like, it's obviously copyrighted, or is it just like, hey, it's what's the word I'm looking for? There is a term, it's like, not DRM, no, that's not the right phrase. What is it? It's where it would have like, you need to enter this code to make sure you have a right game, or like, copy protection. Is that copy protection? Is that what I'm thinking about? But yeah, I mean, I get it. Like, yeah, DRM, yeah, there we go. I'm like, is it DRM, DRC? It's something like that. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, that sucks though. Like, if you can't do anything like that you wanted with it, or if it came with kind of like, you know, not the best setup, that sucks. But I hope you're doing well, Woofy Scootaloo. Welcome in, my friend. Let's just click on the thing so I can actually have it open. Let's go. Do I have to like do this? Okay. So I will admit, I haven't watched all of these since I was a kid. Just making sure that's okay. That's mostly okay. Let's just scoot up a bit. Does this thing have a full view mode? Hold on. I thought this thing had like a... No. Presentation mode? Does that do the thing? Does that work? There's a 64 gigabyte micro SD card with a system and 55 butcher ROMs. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that being an issue. Like, so Rankin Bass did a lot of other things besides like Christmas specials, but I only knew them for Christmas specials. They're the stop motion animation back from like the early 90s, early 80s. We literally just watched one of them today. But some things I know I haven't watched or haven't seen at all, to be quite honest. And in fact, there's some that are like also covered by my face, so I'll just like maybe scoot it up. I did not build these tier makers. This tier maker was done by somebody else who is not me. You can find them on this thing. They're there. And if any of them don't work, then I can't do them either. But like, I remember watching some of these. Like, we watched 2 of them. I don't know if the other one's on here. Oh no, they're both on here, the ones we watched. But some of them I haven't watched. Like, I don't remember watching these when I was like a kid. But like, for example, the one we just watched today was the Santa Claus is Coming to Town, and I think that's a timeless classic. Even my mom agreed with it, and she said it's basically like, here's like, quote unquote, the origin, if you will, of all the Santa-isms that exist. Like, why does he come down chimneys? Why does he put shit in your socks? Why does he, you know, how does he know like, if you're good or nice? And it just kind of goes through like all of the different like lore behind Santa. And it's cute, you know, it's cute. It's a cute movie. It's got a good song. No Star Wars Holiday Special, Into the Trash it goes. I mean, to be fair, I don't think Rankin Bass ever did these. These are like very niche. Honestly, I don't remember, to be quite honest, 90% of them. I remember some of them. But yeah, there's just like some of them that I'm just like, what is this? Like, the other one that we watched is The Year Without Santa Claus, and I'm going based off the songs. Like, for example, Santa Claus is Coming to Town has got like the one bop, which is the put one foot in front of the other, like put one foot in front of the other, and soon you'll be walking across the floor, or like I think that's the only banger in that song. That's the only song I can remember because we just watched it today and I was like half falling asleep through it. And the other songs are just like meh, or like the first toy maker to the king, like, you know, all the toy soldiers must stand erect, you know, like in a children's program. Like, yes, thank you. I don't know any of these. We always stuck to the live action Grinch. We Are No Angels from the 50s. I mean, this might be a purely my family thing, but like these were on TV, like Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, Disney Channel. One of the channels back in the day would play these. Gremlins, Die Hard, Christmas Story. That's fair. I mean, none of these would be my top Christmas movie ever, but this is just pure nostalgia for me. But yeah. I mean, to be fair, I think all of my Christmas movies are gonna be gay. Like, well, hold on. Like, Make the Yuletide Gay, Single All the Way, and then, God, what was the third one I was thinking of that I was gonna watch tonight? Fuck. I don't remember the third one. Shit. It was one I was gonna watch because I've watched Single All the Way recently, and I've watched Make the Yuletide Gay. I have the book somewhere. Oh, it's right here. Based on a book. This thing. Make the Yuletide Gay. But yeah, I like this movie. It's also, you know, the novel. But yeah. Pop that there. Is that the Grinch? Yeah, is that the Grinch one with Jim Carrey? The live action Grinch. Because if it's a live action Grinch with Jim Carrey, I love that movie. Have any of you seen the Grinch movie with the animated one by Illumination that has Benedict Cumberbatch, everyone's favorite Doctor Strange, as the voice actor? Because my nephew is obsessed with that movie, and it's the only movie he wants to watch during this time. And I'm like, you know what? Put it on. We'll put it on 5 times in a row. Okay, so for The Year Without Santa Claus, I'm gonna put that in Timeless Classic. I don't know if you guys don't remember it blew up on TikTok. I say TikTok as if I use it that often. Also, am I like in frame still, or am I just like half off? I'm fine. I'll just scoot up a bit. It has the classic, I'm Mr. Snow. Sorry, I'm Mr. White Christmas. I'm Mr. Snow. I'm Mr. White Christmas. I'm Mr. 10 Below. Like the whole heat miser. You know, whatever I touch turns to snow in my clutch. And then the heat miser, snow miser song. Like, I fucking love those bangers. I would say those are a timeless classic. I will admit I don't know which Frosty I'm looking at here. Like these 2 Frosty movies. Is that only the Frosty movies? Yeah, I don't know which one's which. I know one of them is the one I grew up on, which I think is this one. It looks older. This one, I don't know. I don't know who this is. I don't know that man. If he walked up to me, I'd be like, sir, I don't fucking know who you are. There's so many like duplicates. Oh, you only know the scene because somebody edited the text with AI? I mean, it's the world we live in, am I right? But I will say the other movie, the other Frosty the Snowman movie is a classic. Fantastic, excuse me. Hi, Mr. White Christmas, I'm high on crack. Damn, I'd watch that movie. I mean, he basically was. Okay. This might be a controversial opinion. I don't know if if you haven't seen this movie, you won't understand it. The Rudolph sound effect for his nose, like just glowing red, is a tea kettle basically, or like a steam engine just full blast. It just like nails on a chalkboard sound effects. It's just the worst sound design ever because it glows and it sounds like your ears are just getting like pierced by the most unimaginable screech you've ever heard. And they do it consistently throughout the movie. And I'm like, what is this? Why? Who decided this? Because it's like, I get it. You want to highlight that it's red, but it just sounds like there's like a train being derailed and the worst timing ever because it's just that loud. It's a loud, ear-piercing screech. And I don't like that. I also don't know why there's two little drummer boys. I don't know if they're the same. I'm gonna ignore this one because I don't know that one at all. I don't know if you... Okay, the First Christmas is just bad. It's like, okay. Something about the Rankin Bass Christmas movies is that they have a certain charm to them. Like the animation ones are fine. The stop motion ones are my favorite because like it's stop motion. It's like, it's got this love and this care put into it. And there's like this weird, like, after when we started moving into like the 21st century, if you will, where we just said, let's just make it, you know, bad. And I'm like, yeah, we did that. The early 2000s, what a time to be alive. Because it's like not stop motion, but stop motion. It's just weird. Also, real quick, this Santa gives me nightmares. 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. I don't know if you can see how not right that Santa looks because his beard starts at his chin, like chin down, like down to here basically. And he's got no mustache. He's got clean shaven here, beard. And I'm like, same. But also, that's not Santa. That Santa right there, stuff of nightmares. Could be a sleep paralysis demon, if you will. And then some of these I don't remember. Like, okay, I remember the Pinocchio one, Jack Frost, Rudolph and the Baby New Year. Okay, Rudolph and the Baby New Year. Let's just say this. How do I say this delicately? I have a very low tolerance for children. I say fuck them kids on an almost daily basis because, you know, not my kid, not my problem. And just also fuck them kids. Like, get the fuck out of my face, kid. I don't want to deal with this. Except my nephews. I will put up with my nephews to a point. I am very much an introvert where once my social battery is done, my patience is 0 and I'm like, I need to get the hell out of here or I'm just gonna explode. Not on the kids, but like, just like snap or like get so frustrated that I'm just like gonna scream. But yeah. Little Drummer Boy is my favorite Christmas song because the percussion is done from pum. Yes! My mom's favorite Christmas song as well, Mr. Kim. But yeah, I just don't get it. Why is Father Time an old man? Why is Baby New Year a new year? Like, why is the New Year baby a baby? Like, why can't the New Year be just a hot, sexy DILF like it is in Santa Claus is Coming to Town, where, you know, Kris Kringle is like this fucking beautiful ginger redhead, and he's like, you know, buff and a heart of gold, you know? Like, I don't know. And also, Rudolph again, the nose thing is still there, it just screeches, and I'm like, let's not do that. I will also put in bad the things I haven't seen real quick, because I have not seen this one, I have not seen this one, and I have this Drummer Boy I'm ignoring. Because, like, why not? Why not? Okay. This might be niche, and I don't recall if I'm gonna remember this correctly, but this reminds me of this one right here, The Strangest Man in Town. It reminds me of an older animation done for The Hobbit, which I've never read the books or seen the movies of The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings trilogies, and two, I don't think I've ever watched the cartoons of The Hobbit, so I have no point of reference on if this is even like a thing. But this face right here, you cannot tell me does not look like Bilbo Baggins. I'm assuming, or Sam, or whoever the kid is, like a whatever they're called, like not the Muppets. What are they called? They're the Hobbits. Duh, it's the fucking movie I just said. You cannot tell me that this is not Hobbit. Like, I don't know what this movie is really about because I haven't watched it again since I was a kid. But I just remember being like, why is this familiar in a weird way? I don't know. And then for Little Drummer Boy, I'll actually say it's a pretty fantastic movie. I think, again, fuck them kids. I fucking hate children. They are I get we need a future generation, save the generation, whatever, but I'm like, should we just, put them in boarding school until they're, 18 and then deal with them, please? Just get him out of here. Because, I don't know. He's endearing, but again, I have no patience. I have no patience for children. And I'm ranking children's movies. Jack Frost, I would say, is fantastic. Mainly because it's like if Peter Pan and Elsa just had a fusion baby and just said, hey, that's Jack Frost. Did I say literally just Jack Frost? No, Peter Pan and Elsa, sorry. There we go. I'm like, did I just say Jack Frost and Elsa just had a baby? I'm like, no, that makes no sense. Jack Frost is like if Peter Pan and Elsa had a baby. Because this movie is basically, let's just take Peter Pan and turn him into an ice cube and just have him fuck around with some town and make it snow and have some cool hijinks. And I'm like, that's fun. That's fun. I'm also biased because the music in this one's good. This focuses solely on the Little Drummer Boy song. Jack Frost doesn't really have much music. Not a lot of songs there. And then Pinocchio, I don't remember it. I'm gonna put it down here. It looks like a knockoff Jack Frost. I don't know if the same puppeteer was used for Jack Frost and Pinocchio, but they look like they have the same face. I just don't get it. And also Rudolph and Frosty, I think this is gonna be the highest any Rudolph movie goes. Mainly because Frosty the Snowman gets a wife in it, I think. Or has a wife in it. And I'm like, yeah, I'm down to watch, Frosty the Snowman fuck. Why not? Make some Frosty babies. We'll have them. You're like, Liza P. No, absolutely. I mean, there's so many, interesting Pinocchio things coming out. And I say interesting because, but father, I want to go out and experience life on my own. And I'm like, wow, we just made Pinocchio really gay and fall in love with a woman. That's a choice. It's a choice that existed. But I do want to go into some Final Fantasy stuff because fuck it. I'm gay as shit and I'm feeling up to it. Let's rank some dress spheres and then let's actually open some of these real quick. Because you know what, I'm horny. It's Christmas. There's also a daddy list in there. But why not? I think the Final Fantasy X one is all the characters. I swear to God, I hate my mouth sometimes. Rank the daddies of Final Fantasy. We'll save the games for a second. We'll rank the games later. Don Quixote. They do! That'd be wild. Okay. I'm gonna butcher some of these things. I kind of wish they had the costumes, but it's fine. Okay, I still just want to maybe check and just see okay, let's just scoot that up again. This thing. Okay. But they do have the unique costumes, I guess, for the mascot jobs and then the other ones, the trainers for some reason. But not psychics. I guess maybe because psychic is just the same one. I think it's psychic, right? Okay. Now, because this is just my opinion, because, everything in life is opinion-based, I'm gonna say this. This is not based on purely just aesthetics, because if it was, none of these would be in an S tier because they don't have a hunky male in any way, shape, or form. I'm going off of pure vibes and the way that I fucking love some of these jobs. So, yeah, a lot of these are probably going to be D tier. Actually, no, only 3 of these are probably going to be D tier. A lot of these are probably going to be S tier based on how I love the game. And yeah, 3 of them are probably going to be D tier now that I'm looking at this list again. And it probably might piss somebody off because, you know, we're going to start with my personal favorite. Make sure this doesn't fall. We're going to start off with an Alchemist because I fucking love free items. If there's any meme that fits the it's free real estate like voice line, it's an Alchemist. You just learn how to use Mega Potions and you just pull them out of your ass the entire fucking game. Like, oh, you want a Mega Potion? There you go. You didn't have to have it in inventory. I just used it. And I can keep using items whenever I damn well please. And I'm like, best healer in the game. Sorry, White Mage, you're my personal favorite, like, in terms of aesthetics, because I'm a bitch for a healing class, but, like, God. Didn't we went through with Pinocchio at Mr. Kim's stream a while back? Maybe. Yeah. But that'd be fun. I mean, there's a lot of games that are coming out that I'm really excited for. That I'm like, I don't have time for it. My backlog is ever growing, and I literally spent a little bit too much on the Steam winter sale, and I'm like, well, it's worth it. It's worth it, you know? It's worth it for me. But there's just so many games coming out that I'm like, I don't know I'm gonna have time for everything anymore. I have so many games I want to play. Okay, let's actually just put that there for now. The Berserker class, I think I've used none. I don't think I don't like not having control over my characters. So like Confusion, Berserk, those are like my least favorite status ailments, because it's not even that they're not sitting there doing nothing like Petrification. It's like, no, they're either gonna actively fuck me over, or they're just gonna actively hit something that I don't want them to hit. And I'm like, no, I'm fine. I'm good. We were kind of hung up on the point that Pinocchio has the concept is the light bulb to Miles' nature about authors have, right? Yeah. As a concept is the light bulb to the Miles' nature that any authors have. Yeah. If your job is creation, you eventually go there. Yeah, I mean, yeah. That is true. I can see that. I can definitely see that being like, let's just make that. Let's just, you know. Yeah. I mean, I never played Lies of P, so I have no real point of like context. But it's just like, it is an interesting concept. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. I just feel like there's a sneeze coming. It's been a weird day weather-wise. It's been pouring rain all day and not cold as shit, which is a bother to me because I'm like, I don't necessarily want a white Christmas because like snow is fucking annoying to deal with. Unless it's snow from Final Fantasy 13, then he is not annoying to deal with. But I just have a problem where I'm just like, I just don't want it to be wet, cold, and rainy all at the same time. Because if it's gonna be cold, I'd rather have it just snow, but it fucking never does. We're probably gonna get snow in January, which is gonna be great if I can get time off work, which I have time to cover. But it's just like, can we just get some stuff? It's about you and the fathership you have over your creative work, along with a bunch of other things. Oh yeah, like like as a role of an owner, as an author, yeah. Like the hard time maybe letting go or just like setting it free and letting it exist in a world where you have no more control over it. In terms of like, once it's out there, it's out there. Good, bad, or whatever, it can, you have no like you can like, I guess, okay, to quote the person we shall not name, whose authorship is a source of contention amongst a lot of people because of their expressions and views on Twitter. It's like, you can say all these things after the fact, like, oh, this character was gay the entire time, but it never came up. I'm like, no, it doesn't fucking matter. What you say is this character's intention after the fact. If it's not cited in text or alluded to in text, then it doesn't fucking matter what your thoughts are, because you didn't do it. Like, you're just wanting to play like, I'm progressive. I did things that that I'm now saying are things. And I'm like, no, like, the character could have been fine, but like, again, it's a children's book, whatever. But there's no point in it where it's just like, none of it ever came up in any way, shape, or form, like, all the characters ended up with heterosexual partners by the end of the book. Oh, thank God. I'm so fucking happy for that. I'm so happy that people will just like tear down statues of assholes and just like do shit like that. I'm like, yeah, there's like one statue, I don't know where it is. France, somewhere. It's a French statue, don't quote me. But it's like where they'll like the women will rub the junk of the statue. It's like it's a grave. Rub the statue on the rub the chunk of the statue on the grave, kiss the person on the mouth, and leave him a flower. And it's supposed to help you like increase fertility. I think it's France. French people would do something like that, right? They have those weird superstitions about like statues, I guess. I don't know. I think it's French. I don't know. I just don't remember any place in America that has an above ground statue. Like maybe Louisiana or France. That's the only two I really have that have like such veneration, I guess, for the dead. Don Quixote is such an interesting story. I talked a bit about that using that story to style of game. And with DQ being insane, you can introduce some interesting mechanics. Yeah, that's true. You could introduce some interesting mechanics. And that's the thing is, like, if you have an idea for a game, in my opinion, like, story and, like, plot and, like, conception is great. Gameplay is obviously really closely tied to that. And, like, maybe probably the second thing you may want to focus on. But, I mean, if it's a fun story, I could probably get through it, you know? Unless the gameplay I just don't jive with. But, like, if it's a gripping story, I can get into it. I slogged through Final Fantasy 15 and it had neither good gameplay or a gripping story, so apparently I could get through more than I thought, which we will rank the Final Fantasy games here shortly, because I have that list pulled and I figured we might as well do it now. Not this exact second, but we might as well do it today. Because, like, I don't know how long I planned for this to be, quite honestly. I was just like, I just want to sit and chat and not do anything and not play a game. But yeah. Speaking of Final Fantasy, though, I think the Black Mage is one of my most iconic dress spheres. I think it's by far my favorite dress sphere in this entire game. On purely aesthetic alone. I mean, the spells are fine. You know what I would have loved to see, and this would have probably been a bitch to, like, actually implement, is have each character use a specific type of magic. Like, for the mages, like, especially, like, the Black Mage, where you're using elemental magic. Like, let's say have Pain use fire, Riki use thunder because of the Machina. You know, Yuna use ice and water because she fucking from Besaid. You know, like, have her do stuff like that. Because, like, I think it's just kind of a letdown. Like, I mean, aesthetically, I love all of them. Because, like, they use, like, Final Fantasy weapons. They're all using Yuna's staves from Final Fantasy X, and I do love that. But it's just like it's so cookie cutter copy paste, you know? I really like it when games have like job classes that have like specific like abilities tied to them. Merry Christmas, Pika. How are you doing today? Welcome in, my friend. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. How have you been? Hope you're doing well today. Did you get anything good? Did Santa give you any good presents? Hanging in there? I mean, aren't we all? 2025 is just around the corner. We're all fucking doomed. Like, it's gonna be a shit next 4 years, but we're gonna have to power through it together. You got a few nice things? Hell yeah, that's awesome. I'd love to hear that. We're not gonna get into 2025 or the next 4 years right now, but I'm just saying, we're all in it together, unfortunately. Got some plushies? Oh, hell yeah. Your bro got you a Lego set? Oh, what Lego set? That's awesome. My youngest nephew got a Lego set. It's a Duplo set, but, like, he got a Lego set, and that was nice. Piranha plant? Oh, that's so cool. Actually, I had where did I put it? Shit. Now I see Roma Hack a DQ pixel game with Pinocchio theme. Oh, yes. My sister's having fun making her Lego set. Oh, nice. There it is. This. I haven't built it yet. This thing. It's a Lego knockoff, I think. Mattel Canada. Sure. Like, Mattel, I mean, this is licensed by Pokemon, but like Mattel, like the Barbie thing? Huh. Oh well. But yeah, they're pretty cute. I mean, this is cute. It's a Bulbasaur. It's a little Bulbasaur thing. I don't know how well it's coming up on camera because I can't actually see that. Fair enough. I was watching a bunch of YouTubers on the Final Fantasy Union channel. They mentioned how the gunner dress sphere is totally broken if you use the cannon bomb. Oh, it totally is. It totally is. Yeah, that thing. There we go. It's a little Pokeball thing. Yeah. But I haven't built it. I have another one that I've never built either, but we'll build them sometime. We'll build them soon. But yeah, I love the gunner dress sphere. Similarly, Mr. Kim, I was watching a YouTube video about somebody ranking the costumes of the Final Fantasy X-2 dress spheres, and I'm like, honey, they'd all be like S or A tier. I love all of them. They're fashion icons. Some of them would probably be maybe low B or C tier, because I'm like looking at you, festivalists, like I don't really care for you guys. Like, you're cute and your little yukatas and shit, but like I don't really care. But yeah, Merry Christmas, Merry Chrysler, Merry Crisis. The Death Knight, Dark Knight, whatever you want to call it, straight up S tier. Again, most of these are going to be like S, A, or B tier at minimum. There's going to be 3 D tiers because I just absolutely fucking hate them. Speaking of, let's save like these jobs, like Fatal, whatever, Laurel Falal, Full Throttle, there we go. But yeah, you're on finally break. Oh, hell yeah. How long are you in break for? Mid-tier annoyed by that YouTube channel, whatever they mentioned Bravely Default series in the earlier videos. It's very apparent that only read the wiki and called it a day. Yeah, that's the thing I really don't appreciate. It's just like, if you're gonna comment on a video game, do some research. And I will fully admit, when I did my Should You Play Monster Crown in 2023 video, obviously it's now gonna be 2025 and no longer probably relevant because there's been updates. Don't know if they've been fixed anything, but I haven't played it and I will refuse to go back. Mr. Kim, you said you're gonna be playing Monster Crown soon, right? Who said they were playing Monster Crown? Fuck. Who said they were gonna play? Oh, was it Vendetta? Shit. I think it was Vendetta. I need to go talk to Vendetta. I get to be for 1 month before I get into hell again. Oh, well, hopefully it's not too bad. But it's just like, the research I did into that Monster Crown video was my full experience playing the game back in 2023. Like, I don't care about like what the wiki says or if workarounds would not be new. No, thank God. Because I was like, who was playing Monster Crown? But yeah. You had to do 3 to 4 months of all-nighters? Oh no, Pika, that's no good. Sleep is important. This is coming from a person who went to bed at 2 a.m. last night and woke up at 6. I took an hour-and-a-half nap and it was a glorious nap, but still, naps do not suffice for actual sleep. Trust me, trust me. If I get less than 4 hours of sleep, I'm a zombie at work and I'm like, you want me here? I'm not doing anything. Yeah, nice. 12 hours of sleep, hell yeah. I have so much ice in here, it's so bad. Okay. I just drop it to the floor. Okay. So the Gun Mage is gonna be the first D class. It's the Blue Mage class in any video game. I hate how niche it is in every iteration that I've ever played. You have to get hit by the ability to learn it. It's just like, then I'm never in the Gun Mage class unless I'm actively grinding to get that ability. I'm never just I'm gonna be in a Gun Mage class, you know? Or I never have them on my dress sphere like garment grids to be like, I'm gonna transition into this so I can like get this ability. Like, I don't like it. Blue Magic is never my favorite. Quistis in Final Fantasy VIII, I'm sorry, I hate her. Like, it sucks that that's all she's good for. I mean, she's good for other things, trust me. Chains and whips excite me after all. Bravely Second to Blue Magic. I need to play Bravely Second. I have started it twice now, and I still have not gotten past the prologue, and I'm like, so sad. I might stream it. I might just say, fuck it, I need to put this on my Steam Deck and just emulate the crap out of it, because I'm just like, oh, I really want to play it, but like, actually, I can actually make this better, because I feel like you guys aren't even looking at me at this point. Let's just... Now you get more of that! You can see that stuff now. Hello. That feels better now. That feels better. Okay. Hydrate, thank you, Pika. But Blue Magic is never my favorite. Like, the way I would foresee Blue Magic working is, again, it might be broken. You unlock the class. If you get hit by the ability, even if you're not in that class, it unlocks it. Because, like, you've learned it. You know, unless you have to, like, Lancet the ability a la Kamari from Final Fantasy X, That's different. Because that ability doesn't go anywhere, and he can learn that at any time. Or, like, anybody can learn that at any time, you know, and get that ability. But it's just like, I do not like it. And it's really only for his overdrives, really, but, like, yeah. I mean, Lancet, like, if it could be used for anybody, then yeah, I would go for it like that. Okay. And then the most iconic, in my opinion, Dress Spheres, because it's like the first one that really kind of like hooked the game for me, is the Gunner. I think I'm gonna put it in A because I don't like it as much, but I think it is iconic. I think Yuna wielding, like, going from like, I'm a priest, I'm a healer, I'm one of the church, to bitch, I have a gun. Like, I think that's the best like transition through line ever. So, small mechanical spoiler, one member needs the passive ability, any of the party member learns it by getting hit, knowledge is shared. Fuck, that's amazing. That's even better. I'm fine with that. Give me, like, that's perfect. I would fucking kill for that ability. Like, for that setup in any of these games that have blue magic, phenomenal. I know that not every game has, like, passives or whatever, but, like, I would have that on somebody. Like, get me a blue magic person who can just sit in the back or sit in the team, or just like my tank. Let me sit him in the front lines. Let me just have him get hit by everything and have him passively learn all the blue magic. So that way everybody gets it unlocked. Like, that is amazing. That's so good. The only other thing I would say that I would probably say is fine for blue magic is the way Wild Arms did it, because there's only one character who can use blue magic, and yes, you do have to go out of your way to actually skill drain it, so it's like Lancet in that way, and it doesn't always connect. But I do like that, like kind of like it's one character and it's wholly optional, you know? Can be OP as hell, but I think fair balance is making it harder to get. Mighty Guard is the most broken magic. That's true. Mighty Guard is great, but you should have to work for it a bit. I do, but I think once you've gotten it on one, you should have it on everybody. I don't think you would have to then say like, oh, Ryan learned it, so Mr. Kim, you can't use it. Like, no. You all learned it, like, exactly. There's a thing you can control an enemy, and it'll tell you which of the abilities is learnable. So you can control good skill for right wind. That's perfect, yeah, absolutely. I love shit like that. Like, and that's the thing, is like having to get right wind, which is, unless you do it via, like confusion or whatever, or even reflect, I guess. I don't know if reflect always works. You have to like confuse the enemy and just waste time. I have issues with blue magic. Speaking of issues I have with, random fucking chance. Because I don't like... like I said, I don't like not being in control of my character, so the Berserker, not for me. I don't like having random fucking chance in my game. Oh, I rolled all Jokers and now we're dead? I mean, I know it's the luck of the draw, but like, I don't like it. I don't like... I mean, I'm fine with like random chance for like critical hits, for like, you know, Oko moves or whatever in Pokemon, like for example, but like, just having you press this button and everybody can possibly die, I'm like, how about no? No thank you. And we're gonna leave it at that. Because I just don't know. I don't know. It might even be lower, but like, we'll see. We'll see. Do I want to put it in D? No. Well, I mean, we'll hold off on it. We'll hold off on it. We'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna say for the Festivalist, and I'm counting this as one class because there's technically 3 different abilities for each character. I don't like it. Plus, Meaningful Agency is a good combo. I still never picked the Berserker. Exactly, like, meaningfulness in Agency is fine. Like, if like, for example, I could see myself using a Berserker in the rare case where I'm like, okay, I know this boss is purely magic. He's got shit physical defense. Let me just have a character that I don't have to worry about, who's gonna do nothing, but like wall to wall fucking wreck their shit just by punching, kicking, and screaming. And I'm like, that is fine. That's fine. But in like any other situation, random encounters, other bosses where I'm like, what is this boss fight? No, I don't want a character that I cannot control, because what if the other 2 go down? We're fucking dead. You know, like I do not like, if I could choose to be a Berserker and like for like, and it lasts for like say 5 or 6 turns, that's fine, that's different, but like, Full Berserker where it's just like you have no control. No, thank you. I do not stand by that. And then, so I'm counting the Festivalists all as one because I never use them. I rarely use them in Final Fantasy. I don't think I've ever really done anything with them besides get them and like show off their costumes. And the other one is a Psychic, and I'm just gonna skip them real quick because I just don't like Psychic. So those are my three least favorite classes, and to be quite fair, 2 of the 3 of them came with the expansion version of Final Fantasy X-2, the international version that we got with Last Mission. And it's just like I don't care for them. Like, I never use them. I don't know. Honestly, I couldn't even tell you what their abilities are. I just am like, no, I like my static. I like my combo. It's a set combo. It's literally Alchemist for healing, Death Knight for damage, and then whatever the third I want. It's usually Yuna who's the third. Berserk is another level strategy, to be fair, but I don't like the control taken away either. This is a balance you have to deal with. It is a balance for sure, but it's not a balance I'm willing to like sacrifice for myself, you know? I will rank the mascots and then the trainers all in the same, even though I know they have different abilities, because I do love me the trainer, specifically for Pain, but I will put them all in A because while I never use them for Yuna or Riku, I love the fact that they can have like, it's basically like the hunter class from World of Warcraft where you get a pet. And I'm like, yeah, I want a pet. I want a buddy. I want to fight with a fucking monkey, a bird, the dog from fucking Yojimbo. Like, let me fight with, like, what is his name? Daigoro-san? Daigoro? I don't remember their name. If they're on the character list, I'm not going to remember their name either. But just the trainer class is so fun. I love it. Again, it's just a vibe for me. I like the class. I like the abilities that they mostly have. Because it's like flurry of attacks. Your bird just fucking dive bombs the shit out of somebody. I'm like, yes, have fun, Yojimbo. Dark Yojimbo, eat my fucking bird. I love it. I love it so much. The other class that I do love, and I think is going to go in A tier for it, is the mascot class. I will admit, I think it's a bit broken. It is well deserved though, because it means you've gotten, I think, 100% in Luca, I think, all the way through the game, which means you had to put in the effort and the work to get to that point. I think it's when you get 100% in Luca. But just the fact that like it's the most broken class in the game is just, for me, I love when they just say, hey, you did the hard work, have a little bit of fun. And I'm like, yes, thank you, I will have some fun. Because it's just a game, you know? It's meant to be fun. Suspend your disbelief and enjoy the game. Enjoy the ride. So far, I'm very polar opposite right now. I'm very all top levels or all bottom levels. To be fair, there's more good than bad in Final Fantasy X too. But I think I may have my first B one because I like Samurai for what it is, because it uses Auron's weapons from Final Fantasy X, and I think that's a nice throwback. Trust me. I just think it's the most forgettable class to me. Because while I actively dislike some of them, I actually know why I dislike them. Like, I don't like them, I don't use them, I just have no vibes with them. I was gonna say my CP usage is negative 1000%? I don't think so. But some of these, I'm just like, what is the Samurai? It just uses a big sword, it does some damage, throws some gil maybe, I think. That's all it really does for me, you know? I'm not the biggest fan. I do like the more traditional Japanese outfits that the girls wear. And again, using Auron's weapon is a nice throwback. I do love that for me. But I just kind of forget that it exists sometimes. I'm like, oh yeah, that one. It doesn't really throw much on the table for me, you know? Whereas like Berserker could have a use even if you don't go into Berserk mode. It has shit high physical attack and counter and evade and evade and counter attack or whatever. Where if you dodge attack, you can counter attack. And I'm like, that's phenomenal. I will gladly do that. But we're almost done, and I still don't know what to say about Samurai, and I'm like, I think we should just move on. Songstress is a top S tier. I'm sorry. The level of like how much I knew I was gay hit the peak when Real Emotion came on and Yuna turned in from her like summoner persona to like her dance era persona, and I was like, yep, I know I like men now. It just is so fucking good for what it is in terms of the like music, like what like Real Emotion, What Can I Do For You, fucking banger. The fact that this is like the most musical Final Fantasy we've ever gotten with regards to not only having the intro, What Can I Do For You, but also 1,000 words in the same song, and then Yuna sings randomly throughout it. I'm like, yes, Yuna is a singer. She's entered her pop star era, and we have no choice but to support her. And I fucking love that. I just love the songstress. And I think all their costumes are great. I think, honestly, all of them are pretty evocative of being a songstress, I guess. They're all kind of on the same through line, if you will. Not really going too much in the costumes with some of these, but, like, I do like most of the costumes, I think. Most of the costumes. Some of the costumes, Gunner, Lady Luck, are a bit boring and plain, I guess, but it should be fine. I think they'll be fine. Thief, I will say, is an A, though. Hot take, What Can I Do For You is overrated. Eyes on You. That is not a hot take. I think you are factually correct, Mr. Kim, because Eyes on You is Final Fantasy VIII, correct? I want to say it's Final Fantasy VIII, but I love what Eyes on You. The was that Final Fantasy IX? No, the song from Final Fantasy VIII, the song from Final Fantasy IX that Garnet sings, Final Fantasy, yeah, those two, fucking amazing. I like Feet Rhythm, what I have, which I don't have in with me right now. Actually, no, I do. It's right there. We might play some Feet Rhythm this week. Just for the lol. Why not? But those two are my favorite jams on those things. Like, I will play those like beat by beat. And I'm like, yes, dive into the Final Fantasy VIII world. Speaking of Final Fantasy VIII, I will admit, when we get to the Final Fantasy rankings, I may be a little bit harsh on some of the games, but I think Final Fantasy VIII, Final Fantasy IX, if I've ever ranked these before, may have changed in my recent years after playing them, because I think I was a little bit harsher on 8 and 9 last year when I was talking about them than I feel now. And it's not because of the music per se, but it's just more so of the, like, the highs and lows we've had this year. Final Fantasy 13 Lightning Returns and Final Fantasy 15 are going to be quaking in their boots when we get to that list, because I will probably not hold back. Just being real. And speaking of, like, warriors, bad tangents, I know. Again, if it uses a weapon from Final Fantasy X, like, I think all the weapons except for Pain's are Tidus's weapons. What Can I Do For You is a bit of K-pop for me, but Eyes on You to be a winning song in American Idol. I wholly understand that, and yes, I do agree with that. Real Emotion, What Can I Do For You is definitely more of, like, K-pop, J-pop song for sure. Like, more upbeat, more pop. But Eyes on You could be like a ballad, an aria in like a musical. It could win a Tony. I feel you. It could be a song that wins you American Idol. Absolutely. Oh, for sure. Or The Voice. Don't know if they can play Final Fantasy music on The Voice. But anyway, I agree. I fully agree. And then I'm going to say White Mage is my favorite. Like, hands down, this is my rotation, basically. I think Songstress would probably be here. Like, these 4 jobs, 5 jobs, top tier for me. These ones I don't use that often, like the special ones, but if I'm ranking them, like, just irregardless of this, I do love Floral Falal the most. I think this one's fine. I do not really care for Machina Ma, per se. Full Throttle, I think, is great because it's like, I'm serving Victoria's Secret, like, level of serve with my outfit. Basically just floating strips of fabric on Yuna with a giant flower behind her. Very spring, very, like, motherly, maternal. Spring is here and it is sprung, if you will. Full Throttle with Pain is like, hey, I'm serving, like, hardcore, edgy, emo angel with saw blades coming out of my ass. Like, she is very much, I'm here to cut you up like a bitch. And, like, we're just gonna, like, have fun with that. But Machina Ma, she's like, I'm just riding a Machina. That can, like, summon Gatling guns. And I'm like, it's just a machine gun. You're riding a machine gun. Okay. So I think that's where I would go, but I think if anything, I'd probably put that in C. And that would probably go in B. No, I like it more than that. Again, very polarizing for my views of the Just Spheres. From 10-2, because like I feel like there's a beard hair that's like curved up and it's just like rubbing on my nose. Payne's got a necklace of severed dicks. I'm staying away from her. That's fine. She can take mine. I don't use it anyway. I'd rather be riding them, you know? And hell, I'll just be like, hey, just give me them. Don't ask it. I just need it for science. I'll just make like, you know, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, and but Dr. Jekyll has like, you know, 15 dicks on, you know, Mr. Hyde, or like Frankenstein's monster, excuse me, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Who am I saying? I'm thinking of Yvonne still from the last game. Octopath Traveler, my beloved, I fucking love you. Anyway, let's move on to the bosses. Is this just... I might skip this one now that I'm thinking about it. I don't know. What else do I have? Character rankings. From 7 to... Okay, we'll do this one then. I was like, oh, just ranking as I grab the bosses. I'm like, I mean, to be fair, if it's just me, like, any of these Sin Spawn monsters can fucking get it. This guy could get it. Yeah. But there's, like, not a lot to say about some of these, because, like, some of these images are really cut off, and I'm like, I don't really care. Seymour could get it. Is there multiple Seymours? Yep, there's that one. Where's Bevel Seymour? Bevel Seymour's right there. Found him. Okay. That's fine with me. Let's put a pin in that one. Let's rank some Final Fantasy 7 to 10 characters, because why not? And I don't know. Do you guys want like me to rank them like if I'm a thirsty hoe, or do you want me to like rate them like if like story plot wise? Do I think they're relevant? Also, I knocked over my water, so because I am a dip. Okay. Because I think I've ranked most of these on a thirst level at some point, I think. But I don't know. Here we go. You got opinions on this one? Oh, okay. Then I'll just rank him in general. Plot-wise, character-wise. Because if it's the hot or not list, all the women are going to be in C or D, maybe a few in A, if they're a Step on Me Queen. And then most of the guys would be in A, B, or C at best. Or S. Some would be in S. Most would be in S, probably. Let's be real. Oh, my PS4 is going to sleep. Holy shit. Wow, I've been that here. Yeah, for me, Aaron is standard for S tier. Aaron Carter. Joining us is Aaron Carter today. Can you just turn back on, please? I didn't think my PS5 would go to sleep. Come on, PS5. You can do it. Put your back into it. Thank you. That was like, what, an hour? Okay, women are C tier is a funny quote. I mean, I'm just saying. Update. No, don't update now. No, don't update now. Fuck you. Well, I guess we're gonna have to wait. Maybe. We'll see. Sorry for the music to cut out. Also, I didn't save there, so yeah, it's fine. My PS5. Quick save. Update in progress. Does it actually do that? Okay. It's fine. It's fine. I should have just grabbed it off my like YouTube or whatever, but like there's no like 10-hour compilation of like Final Fantasy Wild Arms 2 music. It's fine. We'll probably go to another town, I guess. Maybe we'll go to Damson or something. Okay, hold on. But yeah, while I'm thinking about this, I think I'm gonna go 7 to 10-2 because I see 10-2 in the top as far as like the main characters. Actually 12. I see 12. Never mind. So we're gonna go to 7 in order: 7, 8, 9, 10, and 10-2, and then 12. Okay. Okay. Sorry, Resistance Line. I would love to play you, but not today, friend. Not today. Okay, where am I at? What town am I in? Is that the same theme we're listening to? Just looking at this list: Orin, Yuna, Sid, Sephiroth are my immediate S tier. Ooh, we're gonna have some opinions then. We're gonna have some opinions, and I mean that respectfully because, ooh, most of them are probably gonna be in S tier. I think all but maybe one. Okay. Okay, if that's gonna shut off after an hour, then that's fine. That'll give me at least nice little threshold, I guess, to like rank these in. All right, so Final Fantasy 7, eh? Not 7A as in 7, the new one. I might throw Balthier in there too. Okay, that's a good point. That's a good point. Okay. So Final Fantasy 7 starts with Aerith. Aerith is an A tier, and not just for the alliteration. Okay. I don't recall what my first thought was, or my first feeling was when I, like, had Aerith just get the big shish kebab move on her. But I will admit, I was begging that any of those, like, deep fakes on, like, game FAQs and, like, the schoolyard playgrounds were, like, true, or, like, you can revive Aerith, you just have to go back with the holy materia. And I'm like, okay, bet. I wanted her to come back. She didn't deserve to die. We have a fucking Phoenix down. What the fuck? Like, that's the thing. I don't understand what the threshold is for life and death. Like, in video games, like, I don't understand how video game logic can say, oh, in battle, you can faint and die. But, like, and get a game over. But, like, outside of combat, in, like, cutscenes, are cutscenes just more fatal? Because you're not, in active time combat and you can't throw like a Phoenix down? Or is it because, like, she got stabbed through her heart and her heart just shut down and is like, oh, too fast? Like, there's like a minute or so between life and death. Maybe you're just, like, out of stamina. I don't get it. But, like, Aerith really fucking hurts to watch get shish kebab, and it's not fair. She really deserves better here. She really deserves better. And I think that's a fact. Like, no, that's a fact for me. I'm just saying, but, like, I think Aerith just deserved to not have her, you know. She deserved better. Fucking love her. Also, I realized that half my face is covering, like, some of the list. Bear with me. But yeah. Dying in a cutscene, permadeath. Just how it works. It's just how it works. Just how it works. Hate Sith. Okay. This is going off of the character of the cat and the giant fluffy cat monster thing. I'm going B tier. Not for plot reasons. I mean, obviously, I know there's a man behind the curtains, Wizard of Oz style, like, don't pay any attention to Ravis? Ringo Starr, whatever his fucking name is. Again, Final Fantasy VII's not my favorite Final Fantasy game, by far. Reeve, thank you, Reeve. I'm like, Reeve? Ravis? Don't remember his name. But I would say, like, I like the fact that it is a nonsensical character edition, and I do like that it is basically, he's just being a good sport about it, because if he dies, it's not, he doesn't actually die, it just means the robot malfunctions. He's just like, well, fuck it, they're all dying, I gotta die with them, I can't just pop up like nothing's wrong, you know? They go down, I go down. Like, I just like how that's, like, the plot, I guess. Because, like, he could just, you know, summon a new one. Why not? I'm guessing. I don't really remember if he can, or if there's, like, only just one set or whatever, but, like, you know, it's a vibe. It's a mood. Okay, Cid is an S tier. I'm sorry. This is also just a thirst post. Cid in Final Fantasy VII could get it without even asking for it. I would actively walk up to Cid. He can use the help of puppet to help the party. Right? Right? Cid could, like, he doesn't have to ask for it. That's the thing, is he could, and I fully admit this, I would walk up to him and be like, sir, you are now my husband. I will marry you. I will build you a rocket. I will pay for that rocket. I will let you live out your dreams, bestie, because you deserve it. I want to marry him. This Cid, best Cid. He smokes. He swears like a fucking sailor like me. He is sexy as shit, and he's a pilot, and he's buff as fuck in the anime, like the movie. Cross my heart and swear to die, this is my husband. Fucking love Cid. And I will fucking Cid. I will love fucking Cid too. Thank you. I couldn't get that turn of phrase out. Okay. We're gonna go alliterative again. C for Cloud. Okay. Knowing what I know now about Final Fantasy VII, like, as, like, when Final Fantasy VII first came out, we had no idea, really, the level of depth and breadth of this fucker's just trauma, manipulation, gaslighting of himself, of others, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, the fact that Cid's not a playable character, doesn't join the party, doesn't fight. I'm sad. I'm sad already. When I first heard that, I was like, I'm not getting Rebirth. And then when on sale, I'm like, I guess I'm getting Rebirth on sale because fuck it, I'm not paying full price for this. Cid not being his best Cid self is fucking the worst. It's not fun. There's like a beard hair again that's just like pointed upwards, just right at my nose. But I don't fuck with Cloud. He is definition of twink, or at best twunk, and I do not fuck with Cloud. He is not my favorite. He is not, like... Zack Fair is better. Let me just say that. The fact that Zack Fair is not on this list, as far as I can tell, just scanning through it again, travesty. Zack Fair deserves better. Twonk. Yeah, T-W-U-N-K. Twonk. A twink plus hunk. A twonk. Yeah, Cloud is kind of mid, for sure. Cloud is, like, the worst. It's the Pikachu and Charizard effect of Pokemon. Cloud is everywhere. He doesn't need to be in every fucking thing. It's okay. It's gay lingo, non. If you're not in the gay community, I don't say if you're not in the gay community. If you're not, like, on the internet as much as I am, lived, born, died on the internet, then, yeah, it's fine. But it's just, like, yeah, there's, so from, like, skinniest, from what I can call skinniest to, like, biggest, is twink, twunk, hunk. If you want to say himbo in that area, that's fine. Himbo. You can have, like, jock, I guess, in that area, because they're kind of beefy, you know, big muscle-bound guys. Not necessarily big muscle-bound guys, but then you have, like, daddies. Daddies are more, like, they can range from, like, big muscle daddies to, like, big heavy-set daddies, so it's kind of like a bridge term, if you will. But, yeah. Right? Right, Mr. Kim? And then you have things like, you know, chubs, you know, and if you really want to get into the kink shit, like gainers, you know, where people just want to eat and gain a lot of weight. No kink shaming here. All kinks are valid. With an asterisk of, like, just don't be a fucking pedophile. But yeah, it's just things like that where I'm just like, yeah, no, we're good. We're good. Okay. Red 13. This poor child. This poor pupper. Can I save them? I want to save them. I want to probably pet them if they'll let me. I want to feed them good food. You lived and learned today. We're living and learning today. The things you learn on Christmas from me. Hi. Your gay uncle. I'm everybody's uncle. Gay uncles today. I want to protect Red 13 with a passion. He deserves better. You know, I'm not, like, one for, like, animal rights, because, like, you know, I do think we should probably not breed as many cows and shit. So, you know, there's that. I'm a little bit conflicted on things, but yeah, I think Red 13 is an S tier for me. And speaking of S's, we're going to talk about Sephiroth. This twink, the shonen motherfucker. Literally. So obsessed with the mommy, so mommy issues. Bet it's an air tier minimum, but he actually has an arc. He actually has an arc. He has an arc. Like, he's got plot. He's got challenges. He's got a storyline. This might hurt you, Mr. Kim, and I wholly disagree with you calling Sephiroth an A tier. Or S tier, excuse me. I just don't like him. I do not like... He is, to me, the least favorite part of Final Fantasy VII. To me. And this is also me playing a bit of the remake, where I'm like, I don't care about this edgelord motherfucker. I swear, there's like a hair or something. It's like this one right here that I want to pull. He's not good. He's obviously the bad guy. And as a villain lover, I have no problem putting him in D tier. I do not like him. I think in the beginning, he is a pompous asshole, overconfident, cocky. He's also going through it, and I get it. Like, he's going through it, especially in Crisis Core. He's going through it. Before you get to, like, you know, the big thing. But he He's a villain. And I think Seymour is a better villain. Controversial hot take opinion. I think I like Seymour from Final Fantasy X more. And he's also a twink in my opinion. He's a little bit more buffer, but like on the same like Bishonen twink sphere. Pretty similar. I just don't really care for Sephiroth. Again, I think it's the same thing. Gamer rage. Please be angry. Please get angry at me at the comments. Please tell me how I'm wrong. Because please defend your love of Sephiroth. I would love to know why you guys like him so much, because I just don't see it. He's a villain. He is basic, like, he's got mommy issues. As a bitch with daddy issues, I'm like, okay, moving on. You don't see me throwing hands and stabbing people. I'm the one who wants to get stabbed myself. But yeah. I don't know, I just don't have anything really else to say besides that I don't. He is like Cloud. He is everywhere. He is oversaturating the market as like iconic Final Fantasy villains. I'm like, he is not iconic. I mean, whatever. He can be iconic, fine. I don't think he's iconic. I don't think he's the end all be all. If we want iconic villains, iconic do not give a shit villains, it's Kefka from fucking 6. Poisoning cities via the water supply. Stealing and kidnapping a girl and brainwashing her. Corrupting the military and the imperial capital. Pulling all the strings, achieving godhood. Like, he is the, like, pinnacle of them for me. That's stuff taking it on other people's little bitch. I'm supposed to really protect the edge. No, exactly. Like, yeah. Kefka is the S tier villain. For the fact that he's on this list because it's only 6 through 12 fucking sucks. I fucking wanted him on here, but it's okay. I had to, like, narrow it down, otherwise I'll be like, I'll be here all fucking day, and I don't, well, I love you all. I don't want to be here all fucking night. Because I can already tell, I've talked way more now than I do in most of my streams because I don't have a video game to fall back on, so, woo! My voice is gonna kill me tomorrow. Okay. I don't know why they're separated. Couldn't tell you why. Tifa. I'm waffling. I'm so conflicted. Do I put her in B? Do I put her in C? If we're going straight Final Fantasy VII, like, I'm really conflicted. I think she would need to sit with her man. I'm thinking. I haven't fully decided, but I'm thinking she needs to be with Cloud. I'm trying to think of what I have nice to say about Tifa. I mean, she's a badass, that's for one. I'm thinking straight OG Final Fantasy VII. I haven't really played the full remake, but I mean, she does help Cloud. I mean, so does everybody else. She just kind of put up with this bullshit, which is why I think she deserves to be on the same tier as him. I don't know. I just like the like childhood friends to lovers thing doesn't really do it for me. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's the thing is I've never played Rebirth Remake. What I should probably do is screenshot this one and then keep it for next year. After we do Remake and Rebirth, because I'm probably going to finish both of them in the same year, because I'm probably going to speed through the fuck. Like, I'm not doing all the side quests. Fuck that shit. I did that in 15, and it still didn't benefit me. But I think that's where she would go for now. But I agree. She's like, on the edge. If anything, if we're going, like, ranking in the tiers, she's, like, on the cusp of, like, B to C. In fact, she could be at the end of B tier. Like, low B tier, high C tier. She's, like, on the fence between B and C for me for right now. Because I only know her from the OG7. As a character, she's great. Like, she's okay. She's nothing to write home about. But I just think we'll see how we shake this out. Because I think I could go either way right now. Because, like, the last 3 for 7 is, to be fair, my 3 favorite characters. Like, besides Cid and Red 13 and, like, Aerith to some extent, I love Vincent, I love Yuffie, I love Barret. Like, these three are fucking best. Barret has a goddamn child. Barret is gonna go in A. We're gonna go backwards just for these last three. Barret has a kid. Barret is the leader, or the leader, de facto leader, or full leader of Avalanche. He cares about his teammates. He is visibly upset when Cloud is acting so nonchalant about, like, the passing of Biggs, Wedge, and Jesse. I say acting nonchalant, but, like, acting like it's not his problem. He makes, I think either he or Red 13 makes this comment of the sausage party when it's you, Cloud, and Red 13 when you guys leave Midgar. I fucking love Barret. I think he got a little bit of a downgrade ability-wise in Rebirth because, or Remake, sorry. Never played Rebirth. Because he does fucking chip damage, and I'm like, I don't like it. I don't like it. Do not like it. I'm sorry. I have issues with Remake and Rebirth. I haven't even played Rebirth, but I have issues with Remake at least. And it's numbers. Like, I don't know. Like, number scaling is always a tough thing to do for me. Because it's like, okay, you're gonna make this enemy have 1,000 HP? Fine. Why is Barret doing like 10, 20, 15 damage? Like, why is he just doing... It's quick succession, sure, but it's just like... I just want him to mow down enemies, you know? Like, he's got a fucking machine gun for an arm. I could go on. But again, I haven't really fully played Rebirth or Remake, so maybe I'll have to go through and play them, and maybe, again, maybe we'll come back to this and reevaluate 7 specifically. I think Sephiroth is always going to be in D tier, though, because I just do not like the man. So looking at Final Fantasy VII only, and not the Rebirth or Remake or bullshit, Yuffie is an A tier for me, S tier for me. I'm also factoring in the movie a bit. A movie with Sid for sure, because he's hot as fuck in the movie, and I love him for that. But I like Yuffie in the movie. I like Yuffie in the game. I really like Yuffie in the game. Like, she's an optional character. You don't have to get her. You can go through the whole game without ever getting her. That's fine. Same thing for Vincent. You can go through the whole game without ever getting him. It's also fine. But I think I like... I mean, if anything, I'm going to put also him in S tier. I think... Yeah. I think they go together. I think they're a match set for me. Because of the fact that they're both optional characters. One second. Yeah. I think... Like, optional characters, I think, have a problem in older games because you can't devote a lot of story time for them. Because what if the character or the player never gets to see them? Are you going to devote, like, 4 hours of content for this character that the player may miss? It's a hard thing. Like, I think Yuffie and Vincent get enough, like, intrigue and lore, but they never really go anywhere with that in 7. Like, Yuffie wants to steal the materia, you know? Barret was way better in 7. He annoyed me in Rebirth for me because he would walk through places with loads of Shinra plays and talk about how great it was that reactor just got blown up. Dude, shut the fuck up, right? He's like, I ain't glad being a part of Avalanche, the terrorist organization, the eco-terrorist organization. Get it correct, Ryan. But yeah, I think he was better in 7 because he's got his priority shit. He's like, Marnie, you know, or Marie. Marnie? Marie? I don't know what her name is. Fuck it. Anyway, I'm bad with names. But I think that's all of 7. Let me just double check real quick. Yes. Now we're going to 8. Yes. Yes, 8. And then 9, then 10, and then 10. Okay. That's fine. Yeah. So I think that's 7. Again, I like... The problem is optional characters, again, if you don't have them in the party, they can't devote a lot of story time to them. Which I get. But I do like them. Because especially if Vincent gets his own game... I do not want to talk about Yuffie's DLC because I have major issues with that because I, for one, did not need Yuffie to show up in Midgar personally, but I'm not the game developers. I'm not the game designer. I don't know what they're thinking, but they might be cooking. I don't know. I just have an issue with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth to begin with, so fuck it. Or Remake. I keep calling it Rebirth. Anyway. Let's move on to Final Fantasy VIII then, because I think the first one we're starting off with is the villain of 8? Well, one of the villains. Or Edea. Not... Adele? What is her fucking name? Yunalesca? No, not Yunalesca. That's Yuna. Edea is the girl in the front. Who's the girl at the back? Fuck, what is the villain's name of Final Fantasy VIII? Shit. You guys might be able to find it before me. I'm so sorry. I just don't know why I can't remember her name. FF8 villain. Ultimecia. Fuck, that's why. I was like, why is it not coming to mind? So it's, I think, all in a row, but the last one is Zell. I think, yes. I don't know why Kusha has like fancy art, but nobody else in Final Fantasy IX does. Anyway, okay. So again, Final Fantasy VIII's plot, I think, is a bit of a hot mess. Oh, like, yeah, in the remake intro, when you get on the train after blowing up, he just goes up to Shinra employees talking about how horrible it was that Rakta got blown up and berates them. Exactly! Like, dude, time and place. Time and place. They probably just lost their fucking job. Their family's probably depending on them. Like, dude, I know you want to save the planet, but also, maybe don't be a dick about it to, like, people who just might have, like, had their shit, like, just destroyed in front of them. Or, like, I don't know. They're just wage slaves, you know? Like, they're corporate wage slaves. They're not gonna have, like, you know, a care about what the big boss does. The big boss is gonna care about that shit, you know? Go tell him, like, to suck it or whatever. So again, I don't know much about Final Fantasy VIII. Adea's role in it as, like, the caretaker to the orphans, I think is nice. And for the fact that she does get involved in fucking up the plot, I'm thinking she's gonna go in B tier. She's gonna be low B tier. Like, no, don't give yourself away and make yourself suspicious, right? Don't ask them, like, huh, they're looking for a guy with a one arm who's got a machine gun? Hey, you fit that profile. What are you doing? Are you talking about the building that blown up? How do you know it blew up? There's no news on this train, you know? Like, just, it's so weird. Also, I will admit, I don't know anything about these goddamn characters in 8. That's a bold-faced lie. I know something about some of these characters. But I don't know. Like, 8 feels very much like a game where you don't learn a lot about the characters. At all. Like, you learn about their history and their past, but it's like, I couldn't tell you, like, oh, Squall's the jock. He's, like, aggressive and domineering. He's, like, no, he's a quiet emo edgelord who says nothing except whatever and doesn't share his feelings. Like, what the fuck? I don't know anything about him. Like, I don't know why I feel like I get more of a sense from the 7 characters that I know who they are, like, as, like, a character. But 8, I'm just like, who the fuck are you? Like, Irving's a womanizer. That's all I got. I need to get more water. I'll be right back. Facts, I forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me. But yeah, he chokes. And not on Dick, which sucks, because he should be. Yeah, and here's the thing, is like, he's hot though, but like, I'm the only bitch who wants to have long hair in the relationship, so I'll put him as like... I'll put him here. I'll put him below Cloud, because like, he doesn't... Like, I know more of a vibe from these 3... from the dreams than I do any of these fuckers, except for maybe Cypher. Also, because Cypher's hot, I'm sorry. And Zell. Because Zell, we actually meet his mom, and Zell's into card playing, you know? He's a fighter, he's a little bit of a loudmouth. He's very powerful, but he's a shit character. Like, he doesn't have much. This is not power scaling. Like, if power scaling was involved, Cloud is an S tier, I'm sorry. Cloud can wall and do fucking anything in this game. We're gonna skip these 3 for a moment. Quistis, Blue Mage, fuck off. I am not hot for teacher. This teacher, no. Any other teacher? Maybe. But fucking Quistis? Quistis? The whip me girl? I mean, she could whip me. Don't get me wrong. She's a blue mage. I already don't like that. She's a stick in the mud teacher. Already another point against her. Her weapon is nice. That's fine. Don't care for her. In fact, I think I care more for Sephiroth than I do for her. Sorry to say. Rinoa, though, she gets the same treatment as Barret is probably going to go. No. That's the correct order. I'm doing these in order by tier as well, for the most part. I don't think anyone can dethrone Cid. Maybe except for a couple, but we'll see when we get there. I like Rinoa. I really like Rinoa. Like, the whole, like... Again, this is not, like, necessarily her character moment, but yeah. Quistis is mid-FF. Yeah. Oh yeah, she doesn't have an arc. Quistis has no arc. She has nothing. She's just there for the ride. For what reason? But Rinoa, like, she provokes Squall to do stuff. She, like, gets under Squall's skin. She kind of makes Squall act against his own interests sometimes, or, like, against his own character, and I'm like, I like that for her. She's got a puppy, Angelo. Fucking love that dog, and she rockets that dog into her enemies. Like, you go, Angelo. You are the best boy. Or girl. I don't know if Angelo's a boy or girl. I think Angelo's a boy. Don't really care either way. But, like, and then the fucking, scene in the space, like, B tier, but she's no Unit Aerith. She's no Unit Aerith, but I love Rinoa in the 8. Out of all the characters, I think I love her the most. I will admit. I like Selphie in Kingdom Hearts more than I like Selphie in Final Fantasy VIII, to the point that I didn't know where Selphie came from in Kingdom Hearts. I didn't know she was a Final Fantasy character. I had no fucking idea. Couldn't tell me she was a Final Fantasy character, and I've been like, okay. She is? She's a Final Fantasy character? What Final Fantasy? 8? Never played 8. I think she has a dumbass weapon. Again, I don't think she really has an arc at all. I don't think anybody has an arc in 8 except for Rinoa and Squall. And I guess the Laguna trio? Possibly? But, like, I don't know. Like, I think they had arcs in 7 to an extent. Like, Cloud with learning who he was. Aerith and learning who she was until she died. Tifa realizing that, you know... I guess so. Tifa doesn't really have an arc. Yeah. I mean, Barret, like... Barret has an arc. Barret 13 has an arc. Cid doesn't have an arc, but he's hot. And I'm, like... The horny is coming up there. And also, the two side characters, because they're, you know, optional characters, don't have arcs, because they're optional characters. Besides learning the fact that, you know, Vincent's kind of fucked up in, like, you know, a human experiment. I am talking about Selphie, yes. I am talking about Selphie. I think she's gonna go D tier. If this was a Kingdom Hearts ranking, I'd probably put her higher, but I can't. She does nothing. She does nothing for the plot. I mean, oh, no. Correction. I'll put her here. Because she does have the fact that she's from the other school, and she compares the schools, and she has that realization of, like, holy shit, people be dying. This is serious. I will say, I think she has more, like, emotional growth in the game. Not by leaps and bounds. Don't get me twisted. I think if anyone who has the most emotional growth here, it is Squall. And that's saying something. But yeah, I think she deserves a little bit better treatment. She's mid for sure. She's mid. But I think she's probably on the same tier as Tifa. I'm like, she's fine. Squall, I think I'll put in B tier. Just being completely honest. He is the most unlikable protagonist, in my opinion. Because of his lack of personality and lack of fucking motivation. He just does whatever he's told. He is an automaton. He does not give a shit. He does not care. He does not emote. Unless it's like towards the end when he's actually learned like, hey, maybe emotions are cool. Like, he is so boring to play, so boring to listen to. I'm really talking myself and putting him into D tier. Fuck. Do I like Sephiroth more than Squall? No. Do I like Quistis more than Squall? No. Do I like Cloud more than Squall? Yes. I think I like Irving more than Squall too. Yeah, I don't know why I put him in B tier. That's way too high for him. Yeah, that's rough. You deserve it though. But that's rough. I don't like Squall. Squall is, again, he's better in Kingdom Hearts. Why did Kingdom Hearts get Yuffie? Sorry. Yeah, they got Yuffie better. They got Squall better. Sid is a little bit of a downgrade. Right. Has more of an emotional arc than most, but even then, he still is an emotional fucking sack of potatoes. He grows, sure, but it's like growing from a fucking brick to potatoes. It's like, what's better? I just don't care. He is just, like, Titus is going from happy-go-lucky to holy shit, shit's getting real. Squall goes from, like, everything is fucking meaningless, I don't give a shit, to, well, maybe I care for her, but everything's still meaningless. It's like, it's the same fucking flavor, just with a different font. With Squall, I mean. Squall is character development. Again, I don't know, Final Fantasy VIII is rough. A rough game. Ultimecia, I think I'll put... Isn't her whole thing that she just wants to, like, stop time? What is her plot? God, I haven't played 8 in over a year. And that's how much the plot stuck with me that I just recall none of it. Who wishes to compress time. What does that do? What is compressing time? Compressing time. Okay, what is time compression? Okay. She said, I will reign and you will be my slaves for eternity. In order to become a slave, you, Squall, have to exist. If contradicts to what Rinoa said, she's the only one who would be able to exist in such a world. She and no other. Okay. So that's fair. So she just wants to wreck face, you know, distort the reality of the world. I think that's fine. I think B tier is okay. Yeah, that's a good point. I'll probably put her here. Yeah, to be fair, the plot of 8 is a mess. I do just like her, though, as a character of, like, I just want to fuck shit up. I just want to fucking reign. I knew what her, like, plot was. It was just, like, I want to, like, fuck up time. Or, like the fact that she, like, possesses summoners to, like, throughout time. That's nice, but, like, that's the thing. It's, like, it's so unmemorable. Yeah. It's confusing as fuck, for sure. Sorry, homeboy. I don't know. I'm putting him in S because I need to think about it. S for Cypher, whatever. Okay, I don't know if he has much of an arc. He might drop down to A for this. He doesn't have much of an arc, but he does change from what I can recall. He goes from being a pompous jerkwad to being a possessed pompous jerkwad to, like, redeeming himself by helping out at the end. Don't quote me, I might be making that shit up. But, like, he's hot, though. I think he's gonna go low S. Like, end of story is trying to, like, untangle Christmas lights. Exactly. It's like, what are we doing? What's going on here? But also, he's so fucking good. He's a good antagonist for Squall. I like him as a villain. If he was the villain, I would have been like, this is an A-tier game right now. Squall is the villain. Sorry, Cypher is the villain? Yes. Let's have that be the villain, please. And then my last favorite boy, Zell. Because, like, Zell Dinkt, I fucking love him. He's got a mother. He's got hobbies. He likes playing the card game. He tells you about the card game. He doesn't have that much of a character growth, per se. To be fair, to be quite honest, very few people in Final Fantasy VIII have any much of a character growth moment. Rinoa probably does. Squall does. And as I think about it, to be quite honest, I think that's all the character growth we'll ever get out of those games. But I like Zell. I think he's gonna be fine. But I don't like him as much as Rinoa, though. Or Aerith. But I think he deserves an A tier. That face tattoo is hot as fuck, too. This is slightly turning into a horny ranking. We'll see how it continues, but, you know, we'll see. B and C. That's fair. I can see that. He's like, again, in my opinion, Final Fantasy VII characters were more memorable and distinct because they had personality quirks and traits. Yuffie, the thief, Vincent, the emo edgelord, Cid, the fucking alcoholic, smoking, not sure if he's an alcoholic, swearing sailor, Red 13, the like kind of put upon pupper, Aerith, shish kebab, Barrett, loving father. Like when he thinks his daughter Marlene, her daughter's name is Marlene, is dead, and then she's like alive but is captured, like that's fucking great. Like that's good character motivation, you know? Granted, it's happening to a child, but still. But like, Tifa and Cloud are just kind of there. I mean, yeah, they're the protagonists, I guess, but like, yeah. The trio for these guys, I think I'll put you, and you. I don't remember their names. I know it's Laguna, Kyrios, and fucking the third guy. Who the fuck knows? Don't remember their names. To be quite honest, that's probably where they're gonna go in B tier. But I do like them as flashbacks because it's an air of mystery for the game. Ward, Kyrios, and Ward. Okay, Ward. I was like, is his name Guy? Fuck it, his name is Guy now. If it was a hotness ranking, just and this is a quick aside, if it's a hotness ranking, he is next to Cid because his fucking face, alone is like, oh, he's hot. Oh, he's got a big one. Oh, he's sexy. Sorry, he's gonna go back down to Ward's gonna go back down to B. I don't know. I like the intrigue. I like the revelation at the end where it's like, holy shit, you're alive. Like that. It wasn't just like thousands of years ago. It was like 5 months ago or whatever. I like that kind of intrigue that the game plays with you. Is like, what is it? What is it not? I do like that. I do like that. They're a cool trio. Would have preferred that trio to the rest. Exactly. I would have learned to more because Laguna fucks. He actively fucks. He got a girl. He's got a kid, I think. Kyrios is like, you know, this kind of like, from what I can remember, like not Spitfire, but like more trying to keep Laguna in check or in line, and Ward just like, I'm here for the ride. I'm a laid back motherfucker. I'm here to chill, here to kill some shit. Let's go do this. You know, like I would have loved the game with those three. Love the game with those three. So now let's get into Final Fantasy IX, and the first character is, I'm gonna butcher the name, Arumat. I remember the name, I just can't say it. Like I remember it's the big, you know, dread punch guy. Amarant. Goops, thank you, Amarant. I'm like, fuck. I wish they had subtitles for these. Sometimes I just need pictures with words because I'm like, fuck, I don't remember any of these names. But how you doing, Goops? Welcome in, my friend. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays if you don't celebrate, or if you celebrate, you know, whatever. How are you doing today? Welcome in. We're just sitting here casually ranking things, me talking about how horny I am, because horny on main is what I do. I can't be anyone else but who I am. And speaking of that, he is going up. I don't care if he has no plot. I don't care if he does no real character motivation. He's hot and he's going up there. He deserves to be an S tier. I fucking love this man, even though I can't remember his name. Amarant. There we go. Amarant. But I just, there's something there. There's like the rivalry with Zidane. There's the like fucking working for the bad guys and then converting to the good guys and then fighting your old friend that was like working for the bad guys. Like, I don't know. I like that. Quistis on D. Quistis can get on this D. Never mind. Guess we have different days. It's okay. No, that's fine. I'm gay as shit. So any of the guys that's why Cid's an S tier. Because he's smoking, swearing, and gonna be soon my husband. Because I fucking love Cid in Final Fantasy VII. But yeah, no. Quistis is I just don't get it. Cid's got that, he's got that big, thick pole ready for me. The Venus Gospel? No, that's fucking Aerith's weapon. No, Venus Gospel, that's no. That's Cid's weapon, right? Venus Gospel? Fuck it, I don't remember. From 9 are in good okay tier. Vivi is an ARS tier, that's true. We'll get to the Cid. I will say Aiko for me is gonna be low B tier. The fact that her character arc is wholly, from my opinion, revolved around wanting to bang Zidane. I'm just like, honey, get off of it. I met a girl that looked like the Lila Quistis once. My goodness, she was pretty. Quistis is gorgeous. Don't get me wrong. She is the step on me queen, but she just is such. I'm not hot for teacher. I'm hot for other teachers, just not her. She's a blue mage, which I have a big problem with blue mages in most Final Fantasy games because I do not like them. I think their mechanics are bullshit, and I do not like the blue mage mechanics in most Final Fantasy games. And I just, her chains and whips don't excite me. I'm sorry. Venus Gospel's weapon. Yes, memories. But yeah, Merry Christmas to you, friend. Hope you're doing well. I'm gonna take a sip because I've been talking for almost 2 hours straight, and I'm like, I don't normally talk that much during my streams because I usually have the video game to interrupt me and like cutscenes and shit. But I'm like, we've been talking for 2 hours. Way better than last year? Hell yeah. That's exciting. Having a good Christmas is always good. Okay. I will completely admit though. Right? Nope. The fact that, I said I was gonna say, the fact that I have chapstick like within arm's reach at all times, and now I can't find it because my desk is a mess, is so me. It's so me. There it is. It's in arm's reach. I just buried it. Boom. Yeah, I have also the fan on. That kills me because like it's hot as shit in my room at all times. And yeah, it's rough out here. When it starts getting cold up here and the air starts drying out because of the cold, God, my lips are just basically the Sahara Desert. It's the worst. I don't remember the character's name. Freya? No. Just gonna look up Final Fantasy IX cast real quick because I remember it's Garnet, Dagger, Kuja, Steiner, Vivi, Zidane. Freya, okay. It's not quinoa. Fuck. Kina! Quinoa. Ryan, who the fuck am I? Yeah, we have negative feeling. Kina, yes. I was like, fuck. I haven't played Final Fantasy IX in over a year. Because this year we started with Final Fantasy X. No. This year we started with Final Fantasy 12. Get it correct, Ryan. Which means I haven't played Final Fantasy 9 in over a year. I was just like, fuck. Some of these characters, I'm like, their names are in here. They're just not coming out. I think Freya, for me, A tier, but I think is probably on par with Barret. Ina. Oh, I was saying quinoa like the food, but I was like, it's not quinoa. What is it? Kina. It was so far better if they just had released it on the PS2. That's true. I think it would have. Because at the end of the life cycle, yeah, to be fair, I only played Final Fantasy IX fully for the first time 2 years ago. Not this year, last year. So, like, I'm saying this year's basically over. Is what I'm saying. But I played it for the first time in 2023. And it was about, November, December. No, summer. It was a summer game because I did Final Fantasy X and 10-2 at the end of the year. So anyway. It was wonderful. I loved it. It was such a good game. The music is stellar. I love the characters so much, even though the ranking may not show that for some of them right now. But yeah, no, I love 9. I really like 9. We're going to rank the Final Fantasy games 1 through 15 here shortly, because we're going to get into Final Fantasy 16 in the new year. But yeah, we're going to just rank all the Final Fantasy games. I think that's going to end us out once we're done with this list. Because we also might rank the daddies. I need to get a little bit thirsty on names. So let's do that. Garnet for me, I think is... I think Garnet is on the same tier as Aerith, but I think I like Aerith a bit better. Which is sad because Aerith is in less game time than Garnet is. And it's like, ooh, Garnet. Ooh, Garnet. Yeah. Have you ever watched Game of Thrones? I've never watched Game of Thrones. Heavily inspired. I've never watched. Okay, well, I watched the first episode of Game of Thrones. I felt it was boring as shit, and it never went back. But yeah, I've never watched Game of Thrones. Not really. First episode, didn't really care for it, but I wouldn't be opposed to it. I just know that it ended badly. There's some shows that I'm like, I could get into, and I thought Game of Thrones was one of them, but the intro, that first episode was so boring. And that's just me. And if the first episode doesn't hook me, I don't care about the characters. Personally, I don't know. If it doesn't have a good first showing, I can't get it. So that's a good point. The first 3 episodes, yeah. That's true. Yeah. It's hard. Because even on the clips, I don't really care for the clips on YouTube when they show up. I'm just like, Game of Thrones. The one thing that I did like about Game of Thrones is the fact that a Starbucks cup was seen in the shot, and I'm like, yes. Thank you, set designer. I love that you didn't catch that. It's a fair rule. A 3-episode ruling, I can definitely support that. But I don't have much to say about Garnet. Way too much abuse and GOT just grows. Yeah, that's true. That's also true. Yeah, yep, oh yeah. Some of the clips really focus on that abuse or the after effects, and I'm like, I really don't want to see this today. It's fine. But if it's inspired by Game of Thrones, that's totally fine. Or even influenced by fine. I'm fine with the overall lore of big grand spectacles with dragons and medieval times and inner politics and shit like that. That's why I like 12 so much. Final Fantasy 12 is one of my favorite Final Fantasy games for the political background, you know? Right? I'm really looking forward to it. I haven't played anything of it. I haven't seen anything of it other than I think there's a gay character potentially, which, yay. Would love that representation. But I'm really, really looking forward to getting to 16 in January, though. It's going to be fun. But yeah, I don't know how much to say about Garnet, sadly, though. I think she's great. I think she's a decent character. Her arc is good. She goes from the, belief that her mom is savable to realizing, holy shit, she's a horrible human fucking being. I don't remember if the mom was possessed, though. But, I like Garnet. I like her, I like her free spirit. I like her song that she sings, Melodies of Life or whatever. Fucking a bop. I think she's great. I like white mages in general. I like healers, so she sits well with me. I love summoners, as we're about to see with 10. Aiko is just a little bit rough for me. And I like that she, puts up with shit with Zidane. She's not I'm oh, I love you. I'm gonna put up with it. She's like, no, Zidane, get your fucking act together, dude. Romance me if you want to romance me. Steal me away if you want to steal me away, you know? I don't know. I like Garnet Dagger, or whatever you want to call her. Okay. Probably gonna piss some people off. Kuja, probably gonna go worse than Quistis, to be quite honest. I hate this man. If I saw him, I would clock him in the face because he is just that annoying. What can I mean, Twink, annoying. He is just full on. I mean, this is probably a gay on gay hate crime. Let's just be completely honest. Kuja's probably gay, and I just don't like him. He is so flamboyant. He is all about the drama in the theater, and again, he's just probably. I mean, I'm just saying you can't look like that and have those abs out all the time if you're not at least a little down to clown, you know? I swear you love Final Fantasy 16 regardless. The combat system is way different though, designed by the guy who designed Devil May Cry. Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Devil May Cry is so good. Again, I'm a villain lover. We're gonna get to Seymour, and Seymour might surpass Cid, to be quite honest, in 10. But we'll get there. But I don't know. Can a straight man wear a feather in his hair? I mean, can a straight man wear... I mean, you could be called a dandy, I guess. You know, Yankee Doodle... went to town, Yankee Doodle Dandy, put a feather in his cap and, something. I don't remember the song from my childhood, but, Yankee Doodle Dandy. Just a little dandy feather in your hat, why not? I mean, just look at that thing in Kuja, right? I mean, that's plumage. That's not just that's a full-on, it's a feather. It's not oh, it's a little feather from a bird. No, this is, a big bird feather. This, peacock, ostrich, a chocobo feather even, you know? I feel you. I feel you. Neck, yes. Hair, no. Right? That's true. Yeah. Peacocking, right? Get that peacock feather. Let's go to the amorphous, agender thing that eats frogs, Hina. Because... again, this is character arc. Character-wise, I think low A. because as much as like they're an enigma when they first get joined onto the team, they have character growth. Am I confusing him with Vivi or like Kina with Vivi? No, they have same through lines. They have similar moments. I was like, why was they in the same cave? But it's just like the gourmand thing. I don't know what they are. I don't need to know what they are. They are just what they are. I like them. I don't think I like them as much as any other characters in A. And if anything, I think it might be even high a B tier. Because I like these two, like, have the same vibes to me. But it's still a fun character, right? Still a fun character. Kina's the one who eats frogs. Vivi's a super confused, clumsy mage. Oh, no. But they have the same, like, isn't like Vivi's grandpa is like Kina's relative or like Kina's so-and-so. Like, they share a through line together of like some relation of like, not related as familial, but like related as like caretaker wise, I think. Again, my Final Fantasy IX lore is not as great. I have only played it once fully in my entire life, but I do think Kina, I think, would be above Cait Sith, but yeah. Kina's like the one friend of yours that spends so much time on Stone. It's just fun to watch. It is! Kina is a fun time to be around. In any of the cutscenes that involve Kina, they're just off doing their own thing. I'm like, Kina, what's up, friend? What are you doing today? What are you getting into? They want to eat. They're a hungry person. I feel that. I am always starving. Good way to put it, right? They're so stoned that they're just like, I'm down to eat anything. Does it taste good? No, fuck you. I'm not eating it. Like, Kina just wants to be a cook. Support Kina. We support Kina here. Okay. If anyone is straight in the audience, I do not mean anything bad by what I'm about to say, but I just need to say this the most politely way as I can. Steiner is such a fucking straight man. He is the definition of straight. If you look up straight, it's Steiner's photograph. I think he has a good character arc, don't get me wrong. He's just the same thing with Squall and Quistis. He's gonna eat that? No, man. Don't come on, like a frog? You're gonna eat a live frog? You're gonna eat that? You're gonna eat a monster alive? No, Kina, we gotta put you down to bed. You need to take a nap. Kina just needs to get high and take a nap. That's it. But Kina might eat the entire world at that point. But just like, I don't know. Again, which is, can I just dare say, quite shocking for me. Steiner is as straight as I am, but I'm having a good time here. Thank you, iGoops. I'm happy to hear that. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm not saying all straight men are stick in the muds, because I've known some straight men that are absolutely phenomenal. Some of you might be here as well. iGoops, Mr. Kemp, I'm assuming y'all straight. You don't have to confirm. I'm gay as shit. He's a little competent knight. Sword is always true. He is. But he is such a stick in the mud. He is so stuck in his ways until like nearly the very end of the game. And I'm like, dude, we've shown you shit's going to hell in a handbasket. We can't trust the queen. Why the fuck do you want to keep selling us out today? Like, he is a loyal knight at the end, and I think he does have a turnaround, but I'm like, god damn, Steiner. He is by far my least favorite character in 9. Like, by far. And I mean that, like, main character that you're playing as. Like, Huja can fucking eat a bag, but it's fine. I'm serious, but gay, but a handsome man. I'm uncomfortable with my sexuality. Exactly. Same thing with me. I can say a woman is drop dead gorgeous. Doesn't mean I want to fuck her. You know? I just maybe want her to step on me. That's fine. I am Twitch's biggest sub, after all. But I just, Steiner is not for me. Steiner is fine. He's a good straight man character trope. All black and white in his views. Exactly. And seeing that grow into shades of gray and learning, like, oh shit, it's not all just good and evil. There's some shades of gray. There's some complexity in the world. I'm like, that's nice. But god, is it real a slog to get there. And honestly, like, he just does nothing for me. Like, his relationship with Beatrix is great. I fucking love Beatrix. If Beatrix was on here, Beatrix is S tier, like, probably next to Amaranth. I was gonna say Arma again, but no. I love Beatrix. Beatrix, so good. Vivi, I have a lot to say about Vivi. Vivi. I don't like Steiner at first, but yeah, he grew on me. Both his characters and his part member. Yeah, he does grow into his own. I will admit that. He's just not for me. Counterpoint, he is meant to be a disciplined, loyal knight, competent knight. He is always true to his character and just puts him in B tier at least 3. That's respectable. I can agree with that. Like, to be fair, I think The only ones I would probably put in, like, in D, like, for real, like, if, like, not for real, like, I'm putting Steiner in D. But, like, if I was doing this, like, after playing 9, I think Steiner would be a lot higher. But my, like, looking back on the past version of only playing it once, and having to go through the first, like, section, because I played Final Fantasy 9 like 4 times, but I only got to like the first section after you get out of like the big theater scene like once or twice. And every time I get to Steiner's section, I'm just like, God damn it, Steiner, I'm so tired of this. But I could see that. I honestly, I could also see after playing these games again, this whole list could shuffle. Like when we do Final Fantasy VII Remake, this is gonna all shuffle for sure. And he's really strong, so that's a big plus. He is a big strong, he's a big strong guy. Oh. Sorry. I was like, am I gonna hiccup? I still feel like I'm gonna, but I think I'm fine. Vivi, though, I have, where have I gone? I've played 7R twice now. Never beaten it. Have never beaten 7R. I've made it furthest. Okay. So the last time I played Final Fantasy VII Remake was on New Year's Eve last year, or earlier this year, whichever you want to call it, where I made it, the furthest I've ever made it, and I don't even think I made it that far, because I made it to Aerith's house, and I promptly said, I'm done. I think we're good here. And I said, and it never went back. Either this year or the year before, one of them. But I just... There's a lot about 7 Remake that I didn't like. Wall Market. Yeah. I think I did make it to Wall Market once. I think I did. We'll have to go back. I'll go back. We're gonna do Final Fantasy VII Remake for sure next year because I have never beaten it, and I'm gonna be completely real. I did not like the gameplay, so it's probably gonna be me screaming about how I'm dying because I can't fucking dodge because Cloud moves like a fucking brick in a fucking dryer. Just banging on the walls, getting stuck on every fucking corner, not going where I want him to go. And the combat, apparently somebody, I think it was either Mr. Kim or somebody said turn-based might be better. It does have the gayest minigame. The fucking dancing scene, I have seen that dance, and I fucking love him. It's the gayest minigame in my fucking life, and I need it. More in the game as a whole, that they would take out stuff from Walmart, but no, they dove even further. They made it gayer. They made it as gay as they could, and I stand for that. I don't know what to say about Vivi, though. I'm, like, sitting here, like, we're talking about, like, Final Fantasy VII, which is totally fine, but I'm like, God, how do I describe my love for this small child? This is also coming from the person who, like, an hour and a half ago said, fuck kids. Just go away with them. We don't need children. I'm gay, I'm an uncle, I'm a gunkle. I don't want to deal with your kids. I'll deal with my nephews. That's about it. But like, this little Vivi, I will die for him. I've only had Vivi for all of like 20 minutes, and if anything ever happened to him, I'd kill everybody here and myself. You know? They made it even gayer and did such a good job. Andrea is Andrea and good. It is so good. Vivi is S tier, a tier minimum, right? Vivi deserves S tier. The trauma this little boy goes through, I'm saying boy, I don't know what they are. This little mage goes through. Vivi, his arc is so fucking like emotionally wrecking. He just wants to be friends with the waltzes. He just wants to be like, we're all the same. Why do you fight me? Like, and then the ones that don't speak, the dolls that just don't speak, he's like, what are they? Is that me? And then he gets to the village where they're like actually sentient and they sacrifice themselves for him. Ugh. Watching Cloud dance Cloud, that Cloud dancing, yes. Which is why this ranking for Final Fantasy VII characters may definitely change, because if I could see Cloud shaking his ass, immediately up to S tier. If he bitches about it after, down to D tier. Just saying. Just saying. Plus Aerith's sass. Yes! Aerith is sassy little girl. I love her. Aerith is like my, what, like, obviously there's more Final Fantasy VII characters than anyone else in the S tier, but like, I love Aerith. She's a healer. I love Stavs. I love Aerith. She gets shish kebab and I'm sad, and I literally wanted to heal her so much. I want her to come back. And I don't know where I'm gonna put Zidane, to be quite honest. I'm kind of stuck, because I'm like, fuck. He's Zidane. He is so mid to me. I was gonna be like, he's gonna go join Aiko so they can finally be together. And I'm like, shit. Don't know if that's gross or creepy or what, but like, yeah, she did come back. It just took 23 years for Remake to come out. It really did. It really did. And I'm gonna cry when it happens again, and I'm not gonna be okay. And I'm gonna hope and pray that there's a way to get her back, because like, I fucking want her to be happy. I want her to live. My sweet little flower-selling child. Zidane... Okay, he is a womanizer. In a not as cute as Irving way. Right, and way cuter, absolutely. The designs for Rebirth and Remake are so good. I haven't played Rebirth yet. They butchered Sid, though. I'm fucking pissed. They butchered my daddy, and I'm not happy about it. And I'm so sad. I'm so sad. With Zidane, I don't care for Zidane. I mean, he's the protagonist, sure. But he's just like... I do like him more than, I guess, Cloud and Squall, to be quite honest. But not by much. His arc is a little bit better, though, I would say, than Squall or Cloud. Yeah, Brianna White did such a good job. Yes, the voice casting is so good. There's such good voice casting in that game, for sure. Absolutely. Like, that's the one thing I really like about it, is I could just listen to them talk. Like, if I can listen to a game just ramble on for hours, I'm like, this is a great game. I would love this. I love this. I think we're on to Final Fantasy X now. And it sucks that Yuna's gonna be dead last, because she's gonna probably be going in S tier, but it's okay. Okay, so let's start with Daddy Auron. Sorry, Vivi, you're knocked out of the number 2 position. Daddy Auron could, A, he could get it. A for Auron. B, Be Still My Heart, his relationship with Jecht and Broska, they're OT3. I know Broska had a kid, I don't care. He could be gay after the fact. His wife is dead. He needs some lovin'. And who's gonna give him that lovin'? Auron and Jecht. Tidus gets pushed up the list because everyone else is so underwhelming, but Tidus is so... Yeah, Tidus is so good. We'll get to Tidus, trust me. Trust me, we'll get to Tidus. And it might shock you. It might shock a lot of you, where some of these people are gonna go. But Auron, he's... Again, so good. He's so good in 10. He's got this era mystery. There's a little bit of hints thrown about what's gonna happen to him, what he is, who he is. The fact that he's a quote-unquote man at a time, and that mystery and intrigue there. That this is your story, you know, this is the end, you know, live or die, fight, like live a meaningless, hopeful life of sacrifice, or, you know, die trying to buck the system, I guess. I'm butchering his speech because he does it so much better than me. But like, God, I fucking love him. Oh. And with that being said, let's get into my other 2 sexy characters that I'm gonna love. Jecht, daddy issues, I'm sorry. He is the bad dad, he is the worst father, and he's gonna knock Sid out of S tier. He's gonna knock Sid out of top. Jecht is unequivocally, I think, an underrated character in Final Fantasy X. I think he gets, like, shit on because he's a bad dad. Maybe abusive father, sure, whatever. Like, whatever you want to call him. Probably gonna be true. But, like, could you imagine, and we can because we played the game, going through the entire game, going through the entire pilgrimage with Broska and Auron, having these great adventures, living life, getting all the way to Zanarkand, your old hometown, destroyed, annihilated, fucking, just the worst place. And then hearing, well, one of you is gonna be a sacrifice to become the big bad, and the summoner's gonna die. Auron is my favorite character. So many characters are young, eager warriors. Auron is a mature veteran who knows the world. Perfect character to advise a young group. Now that I'm older, I definitely identify with him. Exactly. And like, now that I'm older and like rough and begrudgingly like doing things, I'm like, yep, okay. The US put me on, you know, put me to task. They like make me put in work, and I'm like, God damn it, I'm gonna have to hold your hands, aren't I? But just like the I think Jecht is just like derivatively just put on the internet as like bad dad. That's how the world works. Exactly. Exactly. But I love Jecht. And this is my thirst coming through, which we're going to get into the daddies of the Final Fantasies as well. But like, I love Jecht so much. And I want the best for him. And the best is me. I will marry him. I'll sacrifice my life for him. It's fine. Let's also then talk about my other hot take. Kimahri. Hotness wise, we're gonna do hotness completely later. Kimahri would probably be above Auron, to be quite honest. What do you say about Kimahri besides the fact that he is solely dedicated to his task of protecting Yuna, even though his like whole race is basically saying fuck you, you're not one of us? And I'm like, excuse me, rude. But I don't Kimahri, I mean, also he's a blue mage. He starts off as a blue mage, and granted that everybody could be anything in Final Fantasy X for the most part. Shocking that I'm putting him up that high for the fact that I actively dislike blue mages, but like Kimahri, blue mage, blue fur, it makes it work. He makes it work. Also, that ass scene in the beginning when you first see him and he comes off those like little spires and you just see his ass, you know a furry was behind that scene blocking, because they're like, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna zoom low and to the ground, so when Kimahri finally lands, we're looking at his ass, at like Tidus. Tidus is not important. His face, don't fucking care. What's important? Kimahri's ass. Because that ass don't know when to quit. And then the fight with like Biran and Yenke at the fucking summit, or like the Mount Gongazet, like, and also I'm gonna divulge a little bit of Final Fantasy X-2 in here as well, because like these are kind of the same characters just rehashed. He's a good leader. He's such a good leader in X-2 as like the village elder. He's concerned about the village. He's concerned about the two young like Ronso who left, but he knows like he can't go chasing after them because he's got responsibilities at home. So he asks Yuna for his help, even though like Ronso solved Ronso problem. Like, he's grown as a character. He's grown on my heart. I love fucking Kimahri as well, but I love Kimahri. Kimahri is so good. He's not as like good as like Auron, I would say, plot wise or like story wise. Like Auron's really there for the plot, but like the side shit when Kimahri's involved is so fucking good. I could eat 3 bowls of rice of that. Why not? Okay, my bias is also going to show through with the next few ones. Actually, all of Final Fantasy X and X-2 are my bias, so bear with me. Lulu is best mom confirmed. She's going above Cypher. She's not as like my favorite in terms of like arc wise. I think the other ones above her, Amarant can actually drop down one. Amarant's fine. I think like the fact that she was on a pilgrimage before and we don't ever see that, we don't ever hear about that again, that she's lost somebody that she loves, Chapu, that she's like this goth, so good. Jecht is great too. He has a massive arc. Alcoholic, neglects his kid. When he gets his spirit, he's regretful, thinks about his life. Right, he becomes Sin and summons his son to destroy him because he wants his son to, he trusts his son to kill him. That's so true. That's so true. So true. And I love Jecht so much. Also, let me just check something real quick. It is 9 p.m. Holy shit. Okay. Where am I going? Okay. Yeah, okay. Sorry. I just wanted to make sure if nothing was going on. But I love Lulu. There's so much intrigue there with her past in terms of like her relationship with Chapu. The fact that she's kind of like, standoffish is the first word that comes to mind. It may not be entirely correct, but I do like Lulu's aesthetic. I do like she's a mage. Her arc is good, where she's like loosens up a little bit. You know, she's still like motherly and maternal to Yuna, but like she's like, yeah, no, I don't really want to do this. I was like the one who explains everything in the beginning, but like sometimes I'm like, yeah, no, this is kind of fucked up at the end. Like maybe I don't want my friend to die. Just so good. And then she has a kid, and she's married to Waka, aka my husband. I love him. So, yeah. I guess, should I rank the two Rikus together? I'll do them separate. I'll do 10 and then 10-2. But they're essentially the same characters at different points in time. I think for Riku for 10, I think she's A, but I'm trying to think of where do I want her in A. Maybe behind Freya? Because in the beginning, she's, again, an enigma. We don't know anything about her. She kind of, like, sets the mysteries into motion with regards to, like, this is Sphira. You know, we found you in this cave. What the hell's going on? Xanakin's destroyed. I put Lulu between A and B, but she's really good. Her personality is the same throughout the game. Doesn't change much, but she's just need a balance between some of the characters. She is. I agree with that. I agree with that statement on Lulu. But yeah, it's fair. I also just, you know, again, sucker for mages. Black mages particularly. I like Riku because she... When she shows up in the point that she does in the game again after the intro, she, like, brings the big revelations. She's like, it's a girls thing, and she grabs the girls and, like, brings them over. Like, she just is she's a comedy character. We love a comedy queen. But I think she also does a lot of emotional, like, weight and movement with regards to, we don't want that. I don't want to lose my family. I don't want this to go through anymore. Why are we sacrificing people? Like, it's not good. It's not fair. Yeah. I think that's fair for Riku. I think she deserves to be an A. Probably below Freya. Above Barret. Yeah. And I just like her. Like, she's an alchemist. She's a thief. I think those are fun classes for her. I really like her aesthetic. I really like her kind of personality. And, like, her arc is basically, like, never give up. And she doesn't really change or grow much. She does in the second game from, like, 10 to 10-2, obviously. But I don't know. I like her. I really like her as, like, a source of positive optimism, but also, like, bring in the real shit. Be like, oh, no. They're dying. We just marched them off to their death. Big revelations. I don't know what to say about Seymour, though. I'm kind of stumped. Like, I want to put him in S, but, like, that's just a thirst in me. Can I check something real quick? Is Seymour here? If Seymour's here, then I'm fine. If Seymour's not here... Oh, Seymour's there. Okay, cool. Then I won't be super thirsty here. I like him more than I like Sephiroth. I like him more than Ultimecia. That's for sure, in terms of villains. So he's at least in B tier there, for Seymour. There's not really an arc for him because he's a villain. Villains don't really typically get big arcs in Final Fantasy games. They're kind of, not mostly one note, but they're usually kind of one note. Seymour's just kind of unhinged, but we don't know that at the beginning. Possessive, unhinged, a bit of a show-off. I need a few hours of sleep. Good hanging out with all of you. Hey, Naunt, you have a good night. You have a wonderful night, my friend. It was a pleasure hanging out with you as well. Let's move towns. I'm getting tired of this Wild West music. Okay. Ugh. Okay. And I might stretch real quick while we ponder Seymour. Does Bhaskar have a nice theme? I don't know. I'm currently playing Wild Arms 2 for the music in the background, because why not? What does Bhaskar's theme sound like? Yeah, I guess we can listen to this for a bit. Okay. Riku is a tad underrated in that sense. She doesn't have much of an arc, but she's a character who introduced truths that other current companions will not give. Exactly. She's unapologetically honest. Absolutely. She's like, hey, you're not gonna say it? Bitch, I'm gonna say it. We're gonna kill Yuna. If we keep going, Yuni's gonna die. Yeah. She's unapologetically honest, and I love that for her. I'm still waffling on Seymour. I think at least B tier. I think he's above Sorceress Ada. Maybe above Kina? As a character? And as a villain, I think he's going above Kina. Like he's I don't want to say half breed if that's offensive, but like he's half Guado, half human? Question mark? And he's an outcast. He's a misunderstood boy. I do like Seymour though. He does vile, horrible things. He basically wants to forcibly marry Yuna just to make Spira happy for like a hot minute. Which is the intention, I get, because like, hey, if they have something to look forward to, maybe they can forget about like the trauma that's surrounding them right now. But, you know, to each their own. But yeah, I don't think I can put him higher than B. I think for like plot and story wise and like character wise, I think I like everybody else above them more. Yeah. Hotness wise is different though. So we'll judge the hotties in a second. Okay. Titus. I can't not think of that laughing scene. And that makes me want to put him in B, but I'm like, he deserves more than that. So let's not pin him on the laughing scene. I think he might be above A. He might be above Aerith. Yeah, I think A is fine. Just dad and son. That's how I would rank them, hotness-wise, too. So, like, he's a happy-go-lucky idiot in the beginning. Makes sense that she doesn't mention it right away. She wouldn't assume Titus knows his consequences of Union journeys. When she realized Titus doesn't know, she just... Honest. Exactly. Like, don't you know? Didn't they say? You're here. You're along the journey. Wouldn't they tell you? And they're like, well, it's not something we like to talk about. And I'm like, but you don't want to tell the person who's there. But speaking of, like, he doesn't know. He's saying all these things. He's saying, we're going to come back and look at the sunset together. We'll be back. Don't worry. When we come back here, he just keeps saying, like, when we come back, once we've done the big thing, we'll come back and look at all these things, you know? To Yuna, who is ready to sacrifice her life. And I think that has an impact on Yuna, for sure. But I think, and it's going to really hate me to say this, I think Wakka's going to go much lower, but I think he deserves to be an A because of his major shift with the character growth of, like, not knowing to knowing, and then knowing and finding a solution. You know, there's like 3 sections, if you will, not evenly spread out, but like, he's the oblivious phase, the holy shit, this is real, what are we gonna do phase, and the we will figure something out, we're not gonna let you die phase, you know? And I like that for Titus. I think he's a good friend to have in terms of like, for Yuna, obviously a love interest or whatever. But I don't know, I like his arc. I like his learning of Spira, his ignorance of like the customs and the changes of like, that's the Blitzball, like, good luck sign, and it's now a prayer? Okay. Like, he's a fish out of water, and he's a good fish out of water. I think that's what you kind of need to not make it boring. And I mean that honestly. I think sometimes a fish out of water story is what you need so that the game can explain things, but not info dump things. Because, like, we'll get to 12. 12 is, like, info dump central. And I love 12 still. But, like, I think 12 has a problem of just, like, here's the info. Titus an A tier. Compared to everyone else, Titus is at the top. He has an actual arc, more so than anyone else. I mean, the other characters have, like, trauma and shit. That could be an arc, sure. But, like, he has arc. He grows, he changes. Everyone is kind of 1 note or 2 note. Even Riku doesn't really have that much of an arc because she is there for show short in the game. He doesn't really do much. Okay, now Wakka, for me personally, if he's on the hotness tier, let me just check. Is he on here? Yes, he is. Thank you. I think Wakka deserves to be above Seymour. Again, Seymour is just this high because, like, yeah. Wakka, I'm struggling. Wakka is kind of 1 note for the most part. He plays Blitzball. He's mostly laid back. He doesn't get that real deep into shit. He does with Chapu and the sword thing and Lulu. So I get, yeah, I will say because of Lulu interactions and like the Chapu thing and the sword thing with Titus, And the fact that he's a guardian and a blitzball player, like there's a lot of things going on in his life. And he even says to Yuna, like, once this is over, I'll be your guardian full time. Like, he does care about Yuna and care about his job, but he's also a sportsman, you know? He's got a lot going on. Oh, you know, that's a good fucking point. I forgot that how religious he was. You're right. He's gonna go in A. In fact, I think he might go right behind Tidus. I think Tidus has the better arc. You're correct. I forgot about that. I forgot how devout he was. Because he is wholly and willfully believing anything that comes out of Lord Seymour's mouth. And I'm like, honey, you know he's evil, right? That's true. He grapples with it so hard. That's so true. Especially with Mushroom Rock Road. Like, the whole, like, them using the why is people of Yevon using the Machina weapon? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. And then the whole thing with Yunalesca, you are correct, Mr. Kim. I forgot about his, like, devotedness to his religion. I think he's an A. I think Tidus is the better arc. They're Forbidden Machina. Yeah. Yeah, I always forget about that. I just go, like, surface level. And then Yuna. Yuna, I'm sorry, Auron. I think Yuna outclasses you leagues and bounds. I still love Sid better. But as far as, like, character-wise, I mean, she's probably top of S tier. But, like, my thirsty butt won't, like, put her above my two daddies. So we're gonna be like, no, you're top S tier in our hearts, Yuna, but, like, really, my thirsty ass is gonna reign supreme. I think, well, I know, okay, I know. Even until death, y'all. Even until death, y'all. Right? Yeah. Yeah. Don't you know? Like, I love, Yuna is so good as a character, though. Like, but she's like 15 or 16 or something like that, willing to lay down her life because her father did it before her, to sacrifice herself, become, you know, savior of the planet for 10 years. 10 years! Like, she's been alive slightly longer than Sinden's been gone, and she's like, I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's go. Let's do this, girls. Yeah, I think Final Fantasy X Yuna, like, top tier. Top tier S tier. Like, her physically wincing and having to say goodbye to her summons, her other friends, like the friends we don't really talk about or really see that much that she interacts with, but like, she cares for the summons, she cares for them, and she has to say goodbye to them by fighting them, or having her friends fight them, you know, and it physically hurts her. Queen. She is iconic, and she is the moment. Okay, let's get into Final Fantasy X-2, where this is gonna shift dramatically. I think Pain from X-2 specifically deserves to go in S tier. I think here. Yeah. Yuna is the hottest, but throughout the journey, you come to actually care about it, right? Facts. I personally, if I had to go for anyone, I'd go for Lulu myself, because, you know, edgy edgelord, emo girl, my goth girlfriend, you know? But Yuna she is beautiful. She's stunningly gorgeous. That hair swoop, so good. I think I like Pain more than Lulu from X-2 because of the mystery. That the Crimson Sphere bullshit is so good. Pain's like development as like a character to learning who she is and where she's from and what she's done and what she's seen is so good. Yeah, there's not much of an arc there. She's kind of like mostly one note until like the last third, where she's like kind of willing to like fight more and put in more effort, you know? But she's like very, like, she's a walking mystery, and I love that. I love putting the pieces together, figuring things out, you know? I think Riku and Yuna are gonna fall. I think Riku is gonna go in B, and I think Yuna is gonna go in A. I think those two are gonna fall down. Okay. But not where they're at right now. I think Yuna might be below Riku, but above Barret. Because her whole arc in the second game is she wants Tidus back. She wants to find Tidus. She saw a sphere, you know, my journey began when I saw the sphere of you. And it's basically girl time, the romp, the game, which is fine. The game is for the gays, the she's, the theys, you know, if you enjoy the musical aspect of it, if you enjoy having a campy good time, you might enjoy it. But Again, when I say 10-2 is my gay awakening, I fully represent that and mean that. Like, what can I do for you? Real emotion in the beginning. It's a club bop. It's a clubhouse song. But like, Yuna... she's more funny in the second game. But there's not like an emotional depth to any of these characters, except maybe Pain. Pain goes through some shit. Oh, Final Fantasy X had the best overall characters. I don't think there's anybody lower than a B tier. Seymour's in the B tier. And he's the only character in Final Fantasy X lower than in the B tier. So yeah, Final Fantasy X had the better overall characters for sure. Hands down. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of their characters are in A tier, and 1, 2, 3 of their characters are in B tier. A tier, sorry. Yeah, 100%. 100%. 10-2, close second, but like more varied. It's also like less, it doesn't take itself as seriously. It's a fun romp. Let's get our boyfriend back. You know, girl power. I love it. I love 10-2 so much, but it's just very much a interesting like purpose of a sequel. A decision for a sequel, you know? I wouldn't put it, I mean, it's my favorite game, but I wouldn't put it like, as far as like story goes, above 10 in any way, shape, or form. All right, and then we get to 12, because there's no Final Fantasy 11 because I've never played it, and there's no MMO that I care to do. So we're gonna go out of order because I think I need to get the elephant out of the room. Vaughn, I think I like the least. I think Vaughn from Final Fantasy Final Fantasy 12 could not have been there, and the game would have functioned just as fine. I'll even take Penelo as the main character. Vaughn sucks. Vaughn is there for maybe a few important cutscenes. He sees the dead bodies. He sees ghosts. That's about it. He's got a dead brother. He's got an invalid, a convalescent brother. Rex never has much to do about that other than that. Like, he doesn't, I don't know what happens. Who knows? Or maybe Rex is still dead. Who knows? Penelo sucks, but I think Penelo sucks a little bit less. I think Penelo is in the same vein of like side characters. It's like side female characters. Tifa, Selphie, Penelo. I think, if anything, I like Penelo more. I think I like Penelo more. She's a little more sassy than I say Selphie or Tifa really are. She's a little bit more, like, puts the main character, Vaughn, in their place. Balthier is fucking awesome, though. We're gonna go Balthier next, because in terms of order that we kind of get these characters. Balthier, join the crowd. There we go. I'm fine with that one. Balthier, a sky pirate, a leading man, mystery, the reveal of his daddy. Like, ooh, we stan Balthier for keeping that shit under lock and key. Like, I don't have a father. Never had a father in my life. Bosch is less cool, but still great. Yes. Yes. Balthier, love Balthier, though. Bosch, I think, for me, he will probably go there. Bosch is like, he's again, the plot developing of the revelation of like, I'm a twin. What? My twin's in the Empire. What? Like, the face reveal from his twin. Ah, so good. Ash, I'm sorry, Ash I fucking hate. Ash can stay there. I think I like Ash the least out of the 12 cast, besides like the main characters. She's what can I say about Ash? She makes a good mage. She is indecisive as fuck. She's a whiny little princess. She doesn't have a backbone in her fucking body. She can't make a decision. Vayne is an unrated villain. B tier at minimum. That's true. I think I might put him below Seymour. Let's put Vayne here then. I think I like Vayne more than the enemy. And also, you go in S tier, girl. Fran? You two give me the same vibes. Same vibes. You three give me the same vibes, actually. You're going to stay together. Yeah. I think that's it. I think that's it. I think that's where we will stand. for this ranking. Fran is the cutest bunny girl. Fran is good, but she's also got some trauma. Granted, none of the 12 characters really have an arc, except maybe 1, 2, these 2, and maybe 3 if you want to count him. Maybe. But yeah. I think that's fine. Let's go open the game ranking one real quick. Let's go this one. Okay. So that's the characters I think I would rank for these ones. Let's quickly rank the summons from Final Fantasy X, because it's a 5-second tier. Ifrit, best. Bahamut, best. Yojimbo, best. Easy. First 4 done. The Major Sisters will all go together. I think I like them in okay. I think their utility is fine, but I hate their fucking mechanic. Ixion is nice. Shiva is nice. Veil 4, nice. Sexy as fuck. I would ride. Would pay to ride. Would probably ride as a horse. Step on me queen. Probably would ride. And then hate the mechanic. That's fast. It's easy. I don't really have much to say. I mean, if anything, it could be Ifrit and then everyone's down one. Final Fantasy VII summons are quick and easy because I know my top 4. I know the rest I don't really care about. Like, these 4 summons, don't really care. These 4 summons, my rider dies. I love Ifrit so fucking much in this game. Bahamut could get it. Anima, the trauma involved. Ugh. Mommy. And then Yojimbo, I'll pay you. I'm not above it. I'll pay you. Like, I'll pay him. For a night, for a week, for a month. I'll pay him. And then this is probably going to be quick too. Because this is the daddy listing of these. And we're going to go through these real quick because some of these I have already thoughts on. So I don't know the ordering of these. And I also don't know all the characters sometimes. But we're going to go pretty rapid fire, I would say. So Al Cid from Final Fantasy XII. He's a little too vanilla for me, I would say. I also just think I need to zoom out like slightly. Can I zoom out? How do I zoom out? View, zoom out. Thank you. It might be slightly smaller. Let me just see real quick. Yeah, it's fine. It's a full screen. We're fine. Okay. I think that's fine. I think he's fine. He's again, he's a womanizer. I'm not a fan. I don't really care. Aramat, sorry, fuck off. Stop scrolling, Ryan. Ultimate Daddy, fucking will do horrible unspeakable things with Amarant. Aramat, who the fuck am I? Butchering names. Angeal from Crisis Core. Outside only Daddy. Like, I don't vibe with him. I don't want to put you in anything. Fucking hate this guy. Seem is a title more than a name. It seems like it. Al Cid. Well, yeah. Al Cid. Yeah. That's a title, I would think, or something. Or he's the Grand Vizier or something like that. He's something. This fucker, whose name I already forgot because I hate him so much. I hated his fight. I think he's a sadist daddy. I think he would fucking ruin you and be happy to do it. Orin, Ultimate Daddy. I don't know who you are. I'm just gonna say, don't know who you are. You're daddy as fuck. I'd say you're a vanilla daddy. Arden. Oh, is he from 14? Or is he from 16? Because I don't know where any of these will go. You're a twunk. You're an ultimate daddy. 15? Okay. He's from 15? Arden? This guy? His name's Arden? Oh, this guy. Arden. Who's this guy? This guy down here, not daddy, not twink. This is like I said, this is gonna be rapid fire. Because I know my tastes. Ultimate Daddy. Twink. Vanilla Daddy. Ultimate Daddy. Ultimate Daddy. Ultimate Daddy. Sid from 9? Fucking could get it. I think I might have to zoom this out more, which sucks. Which sucks, but it's fine. How small is that now? I think that's fine. Sid, top tier. Who is gonna be next to him? This other Sid, thank you. This Balthier. I'll take brother. You can stay down there. Bosch. Yeah. Cloud is a twunk. I'll put you above your son. I don't care. I don't know who the fuck you are. Don't care. Sadist Daddy, because you look evil as shit and I love you. Twink. Twunk. Gladdy Daddy above Amaranth. Hojo? Don't tell me that's Hojo. Is the rank above S here? Because I thought you could... FF7. Oh, I could. I can make one. There's no rank above Ultimate Daddy, though. But I can. Let's just get through these real quick. Twunk. Twunk. Daddy. Genova. Fuck off. Daddy. I like you more than Balthier. Twunk. Twink. Twunk. I'll say you're daddy. The other daddy, the other half you. I'll take twins, thank you. Twink. Twunk. Don't know. Prompto, twink. Don't know who the fuck you are, but you look like a sadist daddy. I don't know who the fuck you are. Are you from 15? You might be twink. Daddy as fuck. Get above. Redis, we love Redis. Reeve? Question mark? Did you love me a Reeve? Actual daddy, thank you. Reno, twink. Twunk. Twink. Sadist daddy, because he's an asshole. Twink. Fucking love him. I'll take twins. IJ for that one. I'll take twins. Seymour is probably gonna come up here. Quick list. Twunk. Vanilla Daddy. He doesn't seem fun. Don't know who you are. You're a twunk. I'll say outside only Daddy. Twink. Twink. Get up there. Get up there. Get up there. Waka, you're gonna be like top 3. We'll rearrange them in a second. Zach, you're a twunk. You're a twunk. And you're a twunk. You're a twink. There we go. Okay. So Sid is an S tier. Who am I gonna rearrange? Fuck. You're gonna go bottom. I'm not gonna get a set specific. Anything below here, I don't really care. Noticing a pattern here. Villains, evil daddies. Yes. So you're gonna go there. I'd like you. Dad over the sun. You can come down here. You're there. You're fine. You're gonna come like way down. Gladdy Daddy. So these are beefcakes compared to you. I think that's it. I think that's fine. You might come up here. Maybe above these two. Yeah, that's fine. But yeah. Would do anything for it. Would marry. Would marry. Would marry. Would marry. Would submit to. Would marry. Would submit to. Would marry. He could come or go. I love Balthier, but he's fine. Freak in the bed, I love him. Freak in the bed, I love him. Fucking looks sexy as shit. Freak in the bed, I love him. Freak in the bed, I love him. Hello, daddy. Love him. Twins. Daddy. 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 And then the rest are just fine. Yeah. I think that's fine. That was a quick and dirty one. But yeah, notice the pattern? If they look rail thin, like, and with like the swimmer's muscle, I want them big, I want them old, I want them beefcakes. Like, old, big beefcake. He's probably the most twinkish on here. Old and a beefcake, big beefcake, beefcake, and old, beefcake daddy, like beefcake evil, big beefcake, twins, big beefcake, daddy. Like, they're so... I need to hydrate after that. That was like My soul left my body. In fact, I think I might even put him up here, to be quite honest. I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are at all, or you for that matter, but I like your vibe, so we're going with it. All right. Let's go. This has all the games. I'm not the biggest fan of that. I haven't played any of these, so we're gonna only do like the main number titles, and I'm gonna probably zoom this in real quick. Zoom in. You zoom in. Okay. Okay. So let's ignore all the things that I haven't played, which is going to be real hard for me to read because some of these things are like fucking titles are tiny. Oh yeah, Rebuild Crumble done. Haven't touched my controller in an hour. Oh, Mr. Kim, you flatter me. Thank you so much. And I think we're kind of gonna go. Oh, do I have one for the main numbers title ones? Hold on, let me see. 1, 2, 6. Oh, there we go. Is this it? Is this the better one? Oh, this is the better one. Thank God. I was like, I don't want to have to rank all these fucking spin-offs that I've never played. Like, what the fuck are some of these things? I have no idea. Give me some of quick and dirty. Quick and easy. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna knock my favorites out of the way, and I'll talk about them. But I'm just gonna immediately go get my faves, put them where they belong. Okay, I think that's it. I think that's it. Okay. I've spared no expense in saying that I love Final Fantasy VI, I love Final Fantasy X-2, and I love Final Fantasy XII. Okay, Final Fantasy VI was, in this case, my version of it when I played it was Final Fantasy III. It was my first Final Fantasy game I've ever played, my first introduction to RPGs in general. It was what me and my brother played on the Super Nintendo system that we had, and I fucking love it. I love every iteration of Final Fantasy VI. I love anything I can get with Final Fantasy VI. Final Fantasy VI, in that order, and this is probably like my top 3 games of anything. I don't think anything else will ever come close to S tier. Final Fantasy 13 may come close. May come close. But Final Fantasy VI, top S tier. It's a perfect game. It is a perfect game. In any iteration. As long as it's visually not hot garbage. There's some like GBA port or whatever that looks like trash. Not talking about that. But I'm just saying, like, as far as like Final Fantasy VI goes, that is the hill I die on. I love that game. The characters, the plot, the fact that you get to have like multiple times where you split up your party and you can pick like where do you want to go. You can pick how you want to build the characters. Gao is a fucking great blue mage, even though I fucking hate blue mages. Like, I do love Gao. Hate his mechanic though. Don't really use Gao. But like the fact that you can get like all these characters. Oh, and there's special characters in their plots. Like most characters have an arc or like a side plot where you have to like get them again. Like Locke in the fucking Phoenix materia. Like leaps and bounds, a phenomenal fucking game. Final Fantasy VI. Full stop. Full stop. And I'm saying that as I'm gonna stretch and like shuffle characters because I'm like a little tired of this sound theme already. It's a little too quiet. Let's talk about Final Fantasy X too. As I've said, it's for the gays, it's for the theys, it's for the she's, it's for anyone who wants it to be for them because it is a fucking magical game. Final Fantasy X-2, you get job classes, my favorite. You get hot girl transformation summers, my favorite. You get hot girl music scenes, my favorite. You get 1,000 words in the rain. Is this the same fucking theme? Okay. It is the same fucking theme. Okay. Are all the themes the same? Can I go somewhere else then? Hold on. Is that the same as Siege? Sorry. But like 10-2 has like everything for me. And I like it. I really do. Okay, this is different enough. Okay. Okay. So I think 6 and 10-2 makes sense. 12, again, the one I'm specifically talking about right now is both, really. I like the license board. I like the game mechanics for fighting because it's real time. It's action-fact. It's, like, still menuing to a degree. But you can set up gambits. Set up gambits. You set it and forget it. Like, what can you go wrong? And if you don't like it, you fucking turn the gambits off. or change the character. I think there's some issues with all three of these games, don't get me wrong. But I think the issues that I have with 12 make it the least of my favorites, because I get why you can't switch out the character if they're being targeted, but I really fucking hate that sometimes it's just like, you can't not be targeted. I'm like, can I just get somebody else in, you know? Like, my spellcaster is just sitting here, standing around taking hits, you know? So mine, S is 6, S is 10, A are 12, 16, and 4, B is 7 and 1, C are 8, 9, and 13, D tier is for me just because I don't like the narrative in the story. The rest I can be convinced. Okay. Oh, 13 is D. Okay. Fair. We'll get through them. So that's those for me. For A tier, sorry, that's S plus, sorry. Fair enough. S is 10. I'm gonna put S in 10 because I do agree with that. I do agree with this. Where is 10? 10. I will put 13 in S as well. I love a 13. And I think that's all I'll put in S, to be quite honest. I'm probably gonna fill all of these in. I haven't played 16, so I'm gonna ignore 16 because I have not touched it at all. So I'm gonna ignore 16 because I have no point of reference at this point. And then again, we'll come back, we'll see where 16 fits, but for now I think that's it. Okay, so Final Fantasy 9, Final Fantasy 8, I've never played After Years either, so I'm gonna ignore that one as well. And I think Final Fantasy 7. And I'm not playing this one or A Realm Reborn, sorry. So that's basically it. I think those are A tier. So what did you say? So 6 is S plus, that's fine. S is 10, A tier or 12, 16, and 4. Okay. B is 7 and 1, C are 8 and 9. Okay, I'm ranking them way higher. The rest you can be convinced. Okay. I think I'll just put them in ranking orders real quick. No, I think, okay. So like 10 and 13, 10 is such a phenomenal game. It's a perfect game. Like 10 is the story, it's the gameplay, it's like the arcs, it's the everything. The music is great in 10, the vibes are great in 10, the emotional resonance is great in 10. Like there's nothing wrong with 10. 13, I think, is a controversial take because I love job classes, and this gives me job classes light. It's not one-to-one where it's like you're a healer, you're a mage, like you can switch around in mid-combat, so it's like 10-2 in that way. But I like 13. I mean, Snow is in there. I mean, Hope is in there too, so they kind of balance out. But like, I got Snow, I got Fang, I got Vanille, my besties. Lightning is fine. Like, I like the plot-ish. I think some of it is a bit convoluted at times. We'll get to the other games. But I think I just like it. It's so good. The music is great. I'm ranking 7 a tad lower because I don't think it holds up well over time. That's why I put it at the end of A, because I liked 9 leveling mechanic in terms of abilities. I like 8's leveling mechanic as far as breaking it. I think 7 just takes grinding to get through. And and if you miss shit, you miss shit. I hate that, you know? Like, I don't want to miss stuff. Okay. Let's start at the bottom up then. Let's get these out of the way. I hate Lightning Returns with a passion. The music is fine. I hate it with a passion. Because it went from 6 characters to 3 to 1. And the worst one is Lightning? I don't like Lightning Returns. I think the plot is bullshit. I think it's so dumb. The time mechanic literally stressed me out to the point where I followed a walkthrough and then had days to burn, and I just said we're wasting time. A and B plus is shorter than A. That's fair. That's fair. I can agree with that. Like, again, this is all subjective, right? So I can easily be swayed either way on some of these because I don't really have such strong opinions on them. Except for the D's. I'm sorry. I do not like Final Fantasy 15 either. Guys, sorry, try to succinct this. I don't like the gameplay combat. It did grow on me, but I did not like it. I do not like the action. I don't like action-y games like that. The magic system was such a letdown. The story is such a letdown. The fucking end is just being a speed to the end. Like, it's so open world for the first half, and then the last half is like, you're done. And I'm like, why? It's the antithesis of Final Fantasy X, Where at the beginning, you're on a linear roller coaster until you hit the calm lands, and then you expand and can do stuff, and then funnel back into the narrative to get to the end. 15 is like, you get to the beginning, and you have, gradually over time, sure, the world open up, and then it constricts to just the narrow end, and you just on rails to the end. Literally on rails in a fucking train. I do not like 15. I do not like 15. And also, I know it's maybe not a fair assessment. I don't like having to do homework for a game. I do not like having to do homework, movie, an anime, DLC, to fully experience a game. My opinion on DLC is always, it should be extra content. Not relevant to the plot, maybe relevant to the character or character arc, fine. Like for example, the game we just beat yesterday, last night, Persona 5 Tactica, had DLC where you get extra characters. Don't know what that plot involved. I had a full game with regardless, you know? Whereas I feel like with 15, you get the DLC and it expands the storyline of like what I think you were mentioning, Mr. Kim. What happens to Ignis or what happens to Gladia when they're away or when the time skip happens. I'm just like, why? Like, I get that it's, you know, extra content, but like we kind of got the point of it in the game for the most part. There's a lot I don't like about 15. I think it's the weakest Final Fantasy game, in my opinion. Which is saying a lot because I do hate some of these in here, to be quite honest. I think 4 is a B tier, and I think 3 is a B tier. I think 5, 2, and 1 would be in that order. It's very symmetrical, I guess. Somewhat. Yeah, very symmetrical, I guess. Like Final Fantasy 1 and Final Fantasy 2 are just old. They're archaic. They introduced the series, sure, but I'm not a fan of their, like, especially the older ones where you play the original and it's just like, you're gonna die 1,000 times. I'm like, that's not fun. Grinding for 5 hours, not fun. 5, I also think it's just a slog to get through. It's a job class system, which sucks because I do love job classes, but I think 5 is pretty bad. But yeah, it overstays its welcome. 5 goes to like too many places, does too many things, too many worlds to explore. Not a fan of 5. 3 has a job class system, and 4 is just iconic. I think 4 being in B, I could be convinced to probably put it higher, but I do have some problems with 4, mainly because I feel like the after years should have been a part of the main thing, but I don't know what the after years are, so I'm just kind of like, I feel like I'm missing out on 4. But I think that's everything. Yeah. As much as I like some of 15, I just didn't care about the characters that much. Yeah, I mean, I make the jokes of Gladi Daddy being the only one I care about, and he's the only one I care about. That puts it in the C category. C tier is absolute ceiling. Too many things that annoy me in that game, which make me not want to play it. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't replay anything below A. Pushing B is below. Maybe I'll replay 3 or 4, but I wouldn't replay anything below A unless I was like really in the itch to play it. Like I've played 4, I played 3 twice now, like fully twice. I have no point in playing Final Fantasy 1, 5, or 2, or Lightning Returns or 15 again. That's full stop. Like, anything above A, I would play again in a heartbeat. Like, easily. Easily. But I think I'm going to end it there, because it's about 10 p.m. I have to get up early, because I'm going to the DMV tomorrow. Woo! To renew my license and do all the fun adulting things that we have to do. But thank you guys so much for hanging out. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys chilling with me for today. Let's go close that. There we go. And we're back here. Back to normal. So, I may take a bit of a time off. Let me see. Now that that's hidden, let me go back to my schedule real quick. Yeah, I was gonna try and do more rankings, but I feel like I did everything I wanted to do. I also need to work on some stuff. I really just want to play Veilguard, to be quite honest. But I kind of want to get stuff ready for the year in review stream. We might stream on the 30th, but we'll see. But we're gonna end it here for tonight, friends. Thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out. Mr. Kim, it was a pleasure chatting with you. Merry Christmas, everyone. This was a lot of fun. I will. I'll probably do these maybe monthly or something. We'll see. Non, A-Goops, Pika. I'm trying to think if I'm missing anybody. Non, I think so. Non, Pika, A-Goops. I love you all so much, my friends. I hope you're all doing well. Mr. Kim as well. I hope you guys all have a good Christmas. Had a good Christmas. I'll see you guys kind of throughout the new year. Throughout the weeks. If you guys are streaming or if you guys are doing anything, I'll definitely pop in and say hello. I'm not just going to live as a hermit for the most part. But let's go see who's streaming, who we can go send a raid over to. And let's see who we can say hello to tonight. But thank you guys so much for hanging out. I love you all so much. And let's go say hello to Atakash. They're currently playing Mass Effect. Let's go see how they're doing tonight. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Like I said, I'll probably be off the next few days, just stream-wise. I'll see you guys probably at the end of the year for the end of year review stream. I might pop in, maybe if I want to play something on stream, we'll see. But yeah, I love you all so much. Have a Merry Christmas. Hope you had a Merry Christmas. Stay safe, my friends. Have a good night, and enjoy the raid. I'll see you over there.